Actually, back whenever Angel contacted you, I had asked him to go ahead and do it for me because I was trying to get in contact with you. Yeah, I had noticed that you keep off and stuff, so I was just like, hey, just, reach out to him for me.
Hey, Ben, are they ready for you? Are
Yeah,
you streaming it?
They were.
Okay, so you're waiting for me to drop you down for you to start, or you know how? Okay.
I was gonna say, hold on, Angel, because they were all deaf. They did not deaf.
Yeah, Jeffrey just told me to bring him down.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Yes, I was right. Hey, what's up, Enzo?
Who was it? Jeff did it?
No, Ben H and Opus. The holster sound that you like that's the mod.
Oh, Opus is back in the modding scene?
Oh, it's up there. That video, that mod is up there.
And what's the mod called, Jeffrey?
Holster sound? It just makes this a little sound clip when you put your gun out in the holster.
Something new, right? Because there's not been nothing new coming through LSP4 lately at all. No new call-outs, no new call. I'll have to check it out, man.
Super simple. I mean, it's a simple drag and drop in your main directory. Boom, done.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm pretty under the weather today. Thinking Jeff for about the last 4 days, so I'm pretty under the weather. So if I'm not too sociable today, then I apologize. So, what's up, Benzo?
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Let me get that fixed here for you guys. There we go. Hey guys. How's everybody doing? We've got a lot of Discord noise in the background, but that's okay. Y'all be able to hear that in a second.
Play yours last night, damn it.
I'll just turn them down just a little bit. Just gotta make sure I could, hear a little bit. How's it going, guys? Everybody doing good? Yeah, baby. All right, let's see here. Who's in the chat here? Chili's, hey, how's it going? Olivia, thank you for being a member. Really appreciate that. Olivia, Hulk, Nick. Let's see here. Mike B, thank you, man. Appreciate you guys. See, I think that's all the members that are in the chat right now. Thank you guys for being members. I really do appreciate that. Cole Stillings, hey, Brandon Rist, Officer Ken, welcome back. Stu Dorman. Let's see, Mike B already said hi. Hi again, Mike. How you doing? Legendary Mike B. How's it going, man? Special Task Force the Gamer. Hey, Net Gaming. Elias, is that it? Yeah. How you doing, Hulk? Good to see you back. Brandon Rist. Did I say hi again? Hi again, man. Sometimes I can't tell. I can't remember who I said hi to sometimes. You know how it goes. Hey, Firecat 488. Hey, thank you, Nick. Yeah, Nick's been a member here for 31 months. Whoa. Thank you, Nick. Dark Cluster. How's it going, man? There's Dark Cluster. Y'all hear everybody in the background. You probably can hear it, but it's just kind of turned down. We're going to go into video feed in just a second. Day's going good there. Special Task. Hey, in there, King Mafia. What was that question? Saw you on Steve the Gamer 55 live stream. No, not at the moment there, King Mafia. I appreciate you dropping by, man. Yeah, Steve is a good guy. I've known him for a long time. Yeah, Steve made me moderator over there on his channel. Kind of cool. And let's see here. Nicholas Pill. How you doing, Nicholas? Matt Rosso. How's it going, man? All right, let's go flip over to the actual feed of the actual show. So we're going to flip on over there and see how things are going with Jeffrey, Cookies, and Criminal Justice. Hey, Brett. Thanks, man. Because I haven't done it in a while. Enjoy some coffee. Thanks, man. Thank you, Brett. Brett's always supporting the channel, man. Thank you, Brett. Awesome, man. All right, let's see here. Let's flip on over here. And we're gonna flip on some video feed. Let me enlarge this. And I'll see you guys in the show, okay? Was that Nicholas? SLRP? Probably Monday night, tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night. Yeah, I'll be back on there. We'll do some 5M tomorrow night. I'm not working that night, so it's all good. All right, boys. Let's pop on over. And here we go. I'll see you guys at the end of the stream. We'll talk one-on-one, okay? All right, here we go. Let me get my face cam off. Sorry, guys. Hey.
Benzo, he was around 20 to 25K. And then I started that year. I think I started that year because I worked on, I wanted to make sure I had it down modding before I did any videos. And when I did my first LSP4 video, I was nervous as all get out. I remember my knees were shaky when I was doing the video, and it was how to install LSP4 0.4.2, I think. And I think I came in the scene right about when 0.4.1 was going out, when it outdated. And that was the very first and last update that I ever got stuck not playing because I didn't back up my game. From then on out, I had my game backed up, man. I had it backed up.
That's the best way to do it.
Benzo's got a little bit of a different background going on.
Oh, was that? Oh, yeah, that's just office setup. Okay. Yeah. How's it going, guys?
What's up, man?
Good. How's it going there, Jeffrey and TJ Cooks? How you doing? Done, Matthew?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
We were talking about your 100,000 journey, man. Hitting that 100,000. I saw your check mark yesterday in the
Yeah,
chat
man.
over in Cookies the stream, and I got to ask, what first off, of course, how does it feel? And does it feel any different? Is there anything that's happened already that is just, it's different because of the 100K?
It felt good, to be honest with you. As soon as I hit the 100K, it was like a big weight, lifted off my shoulders. It's like a huge milestone. You finally reach it. It was a really good feeling, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It was a hard grind. I mean, you're talking 7 years. 7 years and 3 months. So it took a long time, to get to that. Finally achieve that, because LSPDFR, I mean, a lot of you guys already know this, is such a tight niche group.
Yep.
Most people that play LSPDFR, if they go watch a live stream and whatnot, they recognize the same names over and over and over again.
Yep.
With the exception of maybe people that are overseas, like doing UK streams and things like that. But some of the top streamers, say like Jeff or Jeff Fabiano or Steve the Gamer, they started way before me. Like, what I mean way before me, I'm talking almost 7 years before me.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, as LCPDFR, and then the LSPDFR, I think Steve was doing it about 6 months before me, before I actually got on, into YouTube. And so to answer your question, I would say a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders. It took about 3 days to get a verification check mark. They had to wait for their analytics to pick up before, that they can, fully analyze your YouTube channel. Because one, they're looking at, have you reached 100,000 subscribers? Two, is it, they look for other things, like your logo, your banner on your channel, make sure that you haven't spammed your way to get to the top to 100K. Make sure that you have original content, make sure you're uploading regularly. So I'm guessing a human reviews that, and then they just go forward with that at that point.
So that's good to know. Like, I didn't know that was I just thought you hit 100K and boom, you get this check mark. But you're saying there's a process.
A little
there's an
bit.
actual process behind it.
Yeah, it took about 3 days, roughly, maybe 2 days, around there.
Did you get your button yet?
No, you mean the plaque?
Yeah.
Not yet. You have to apply for that too. They don't just send you one. You have to request it. And it's not like a big process. It took an extra week to even get the prompt to allow me, to register for the plaque. But I will tell you this: I was about to shit my pants because I started registering for it, and it got all the way to my name, my address. No big deal. But then it got to the shipping. I was like, don't tell me they're going to charge me shipping for this bitch. And luckily it was $0. So hopefully it'll be here in about maybe 3 weeks or so. Yeah, that's what I thought they were going to start doing. It's like, hey, if you really want this, we started a new thing and you got to pay, $16.50 or something. It's like, no.
Are you going to have the plaque in your background, Benzo, where everybody can see it when they come to see you live?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I'd
put it right back in that chair, man. Right in that chair behind you.
Just sit it in the chair.
There you go.
No.
Is this a green screen of your office, or is this just?
No, that's my office. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got a little blur to the background, but at least it looks a little cleaner. You can see there's no clothes in the ground right now that you can see.
You just didn't you say you were rearranging your office or something like that? I thought I heard you say that in one of your videos.
I've rearranged it like 5 times. I got to still do more. Make it look like more of a gaming setup. Right now, it looks like a damn lounge room or something.
It's always cool to break everything down, and then build it back up, and see what you can do different. I mean, I've got an L-shaped desk that I've got on myself on. I've got a big desk behind me. My wife bought for me. The L-shaped desk was actually bought for me by Fester, one of our subscribers around here. He's bought me quite a bit of stuff in this game station, and I just, if I had a bigger space, I would expand out, and I would probably have another L-shaped desk, because I eventually want to go from a 2-monitor setup to a 3 or 4 monitor setup. I've got the 2 4Ks in front of me right here. But man, I'd definitely love to have that. At least just a third monitor, even if it's just like a, a 20-inch, whatever, just something small. I can stand up vertically and read my chat like that, so.
Oh yeah, the vertical monitor. I mean, it's like a necessity,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you start getting people, which I'm blessed to have right now. We got a lot of people in chat right now. And when you start seeing those names scrolling up, and especially when you start getting older, you can't see very well, so you have to enlarge it. So it's right next to me, and so it's a nice feeling to be able to read those. Hey,
yeah, I know
Tom,
when you go live, man,
Hey,
you
thanks,
have
Tom.
like
Thank you, Tom.
100,
Dispatcher.
30, 40, sometimes almost 40 people watching you when you're live sometimes. It's crazy. Like, I don't know how you keep up with it, man.
It's hard, man.
It is hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
But you had
definitely
so
hard.
many people in your chat the night you hit the 100,000.
Hey, Bogus.
Your chat was just popping, man. There were so many people.
Yeah.
It was a good feeling, man.
And Ace Pilot coming in there to say congratulations. That was pretty
cool. Oh, Ace did?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Ace is a good guy. And over the last, I think it was over about a week after that, we had Jeff Fabiano pop in and to say congrats. And then Steve the Gamer popped in and he said congrats. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling that, the people that you watched way before I started doing YouTube, and I took a lot of momentum from Steve because Steve the Gamer, I flat out asked him, before I got into LSPD4, I said, how do you do this? And he said, well, you got to move forward. You got to start. And one thing he did impress upon me is you got to do your own research. And so that's what I started doing. So it kind of became more of a side passion,
Yeah.
So
you just got to, and you got to figure out a way to not just stand out from everybody, because there's so many of us doing the same kind of
thank you there, Bogus.
same kind of stuff out there, so it's
Mhm.
you gotta find a way to stand out, and you got to find a way to be seen, but one of the questions I was gonna ask was, who is it that comes into your chat? Because still to this day, when you come into my chat, it's like a superstar coming in my chat. I swear to God. After working with you on SLRP and all the shows that we've done together and all the work we've done together.
Yeah, sure,
When I
Robert
see you come into
Lawler.
the chat,
Hang on to that question, man.
Like
for a couple more minutes,
a
okay,
celebrity
Robert?
coming into the chat,
Okay.
So who is it for you that when they come in? I know you said Steve the Gamer, that's fucking huge, and Jeff Favinano and Pilot. Are those the guys that when they come into your chat, you're like, holy shit, like they're
yeah, and I know y'all have seen him before. I know you have, Jeffrey and CJ, and probably Cookies as well. The Salon guy, I mean,
yeah,
he's a cool guy. Now he's not really known for gaming, but he loves this kind of content. He loves LSPDFR.
Gamer, man. He loves LSPDFR and what we do.
Yeah, he's totally different from what we do. He cuts hair.
Yeah,
he's a hairstylist, and he comes to our chats all the time, man, showing love.
He's a cool guy, man. I like.
He is.
He's got 1 million subscribers, and he pushes out content all the time. Now he's a good example of someone who has 1 million subscribers, but he doesn't really care if his videos only get say 1,000 views. He puts out another one. He doesn't let that hold him back. He just keeps on going. And if you looked at his trailer on his YouTube channel, you should check it out. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
Yeah, his trailer.
He's had some. He's been on TV. He's been all kinds of stuff. And PewDiePie. Has mentioned him.
David Dobrik, all them. David Dobrik's whole crew, and he's met some celebrities, and
he's literally is a celebrity salon guy. He really is.
His brand from the ground up. This is somebody that didn't just get shit handed to him. He like built his shit from the ground up. So that's respect for that.
Thank you there, Tommy.
Hard work, man. It is hard work to, like you said. I mean, 7 years to go from 0 to 100,000 subscribers. It's huge, and it's a lot of work, while being a father, a husband, a full-time, more than full-time with overtime, right?
Oh yeah.
It's not easy when you have that all those other aspects that you have to keep going with.
Thank you, Brett.
It's tough.
It really is. I mean, I'm not going to downplay it. It became kind of like a passion of mine, a long time ago. Now I've made a lot of, good improvements over the years, obviously, but when you first start off doing this, it gets rather discouraging, when you're
Mhm.
when I first started out getting, you know, maybe 10 views, you know, maybe 1 or 2 likes, and that's it. So it's a lot of trial and error, and it's a lot of getting pissed off, you know, at YouTube, usually YouTube, right? But you have to kind of learn the YouTube algorithm. You have to learn how YouTube works. And then most importantly, and you guys already know this, but we still make mistakes, is learn how the YouTube viewer works. And that means they don't want to hear drawn out shit. They want to hear right straight to the point. They want to know what the video is
Mhm.
going to be about. I still make mistakes. I love to talk, but I had to
Yeah.
cut that shit out of my videos. You know, I had to trim them down. I had to get straight into action. I had to, you know, all these other things. And so I'm still learning. But most people that watch LSPDFR, they don't got time to watch you, you know, get dressed. They don't have time to watch you drive somewhere to get on patrol. They want to see the start of a patrol, you know, almost like a live PD episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was-
So
that
that's
was
the way you have
me.
to treat it, you know?
That was me when I started my channel, dude. Something is easily installing. Keep the doors open. The 38-minute
Hey, Austin.
tutorial, you know, and
Gaming
it
for
was
life.
just, you know. So I've
Hey, thanks,
definitely
man.
worked on
Or
that
no,
a
it's Gaming
lot,
for
and I
Life.
could
I'm sorry.
probably work
Gaming
on
for
it
Life.
some
How you
more,
doing, man? It's good
know,
to see
but,
you, man.
But you're right. I mean, people, they
You doing good there, Gaming for Life?
they want
You
to
doing good,
just
man?
get in it and go. And when you were talking about making mistakes, dude, today, CJ, I didn't tell you today, I was going to do a video and OBS had an update. So I clicked update, let me update it, yada, yada, yada. So it updated, and I keep my OBS on another monitor. I'll hit start recording, and I'm working on my main monitor.
Mhm.
And then I got the video all recorded, pull up my editor, drag the video, drag it into my editor, and I put it in to preview it. And what I didn't realize is that for some reason, OBS, after it updated, blacked out my screen capture source.
Oh
So the
no.
whole video
Oh no.
of doing a tutorial was a black
Oh, yeah.
screen and just me talking. So that whole fucking video is just, it's done. I'm just gonna have to redo it, and it pissed me off.
Oh
Yeah.
my
so
gosh,
much.
dude, that
Well,
sucks.
if there's a, you know,
Done
if
it
you guys
before.
got an OBS update, just watch out for that. Pissed me off, man.
Script took V is updated.
Hey, y'all know Gaming for Life, right? He's in the chat right now.
G4L, yeah, man.
Yeah, he's
It's
over
good
here.
Love
stuff,
Yeah,
watching
he's
man.
here
that
too.
guy.
So good tutorials. He's learned a lot of
He's-
things over the years too.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got some good content, man. He draws a strong crowd too. When he goes live, that dude draws a strong crowd, man.
He's
Yeah,
up there
it's
over
good.
50,000. He's halfway there.
Hey,
Mhm.
thanks, man.
Halfway there. And hey, what's up, Doug? Got Doug 1637. He said I learned that the hard way too. Yet sucks.
Hey, man, thank
Angel
you,
up in the
Gaming for
house.
Life.
What's up,
Says
Angel?
congrats, brother. I never stopped the community legend. Hey, thank you, man.
But yeah,
I didn't know it updated.
I appreciate that, man. Gaming for Life. Y'all go
Script
check his channel out,
I didn't know it
guys.
updated.
yeah, I got to
Great
figure out
tutorials.
why I tried. I put everything in, and the game loaded up, and I'm getting the infinite loading screen.
Do you have scripttookv.net installed?
Mm-hmm.
Take out your scripttookv.net.asi.
Yeah, take that out.
Yeah.
Well, then none of the scripts can be used.
Yeah, that's right. But if you're a Patreon of Benzo, you can figure it out.
Yeah, I think I went over that with you, Jeffrey. Didn't I go over that with you? But the ASI managers through OpenIV. You have to, but you can't do it now. You'd have to, you know, uninstall those and then reboot your PC, reinstall the ASI managers, but leave scripttookv installed before you reboot, and then reinstall your ASI managers after a reboot, and then it should work technically.
Oh.
It's like, is it a temporary? You said it's a temporary fix, right,
Yeah,
Benzo?
it is. And sometimes I can get into the game about 3 or 4 times before, you know, it starts giving me the kick out method again. It's like, shit.
So you got to do that like all over again.
All right, take care of there, Tommy Walden.
Now,
Thank you, man.
Who's
You take care of Tommy.
I don't want to say responsible for it, but who needs to fix their code to get that to work? Is it Rage? Is it LSPDFR? Is it Rockstar?
They're going back and forth, man.
Yeah,
They're going
they
back and
are.
forth with it. They are. They just don't. Those two, they just for some reason don't get along. I don't know what it is if they're butting heads, but scripttookv.net and Rage. They just one of them has to fix it. I'm gonna almost say it's Rage because I talked to the guy at scripttookv.net, and I went and used
Oh, that's good there, Tom.
script.v.net on a clean copy GTA 5 with Simple Trainer.
Hey, thank you,
A
Tom.
few
I just saw
scripts in
your,
my
your
folder.
question there, man.
No Rage plugin hook. The game fired right up, right? But at the minute that I use it with Rage, it crashes. So it's got to be either something along the lines of Rage plugin hook or else people. I'm almost betting it's probably Rage plugin hook.
Yeah, they argue back and forth. And Cookies is gonna say something. Go ahead, Cookies.
No, I just was gonna say, yeah, that's probably what it could be, especially if it's not kicking him out, once he does a clean copy with no rage. Could be.
Yep, that would more than likely it's gonna be the reason. More than likely, they just don't like each other. The rage hook and script hook.
We all just got to get along.
Why can't
We
we all
need them
just
to.
Yeah.
can we all just get along?
Yeah, let's fucking
Honestly.
go.
Go ahead, Robert.
Don't
So
show him.
I didn't want to.
Robert
I
Lawler.
did want to bring up a plugin. I actually talked to Benzo about it last night when he was in my chat. The new body cam script. I don't know if anybody has played with it yet.
Actually, you just dropped a video on that,
pretty
didn't
fun.
you, Benzo?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I played with it a little bit. It seems pretty good. Cookies, go ahead and tell people about it.
Yeah, I mean it's really nice. It was just released 2 days ago or something like that.
Let's see.
It's a new body cam plugin.
Yeah, it's a new body cam plugin. It activates.
Robert,
when you
wait
turn
for your
on
question
stage
there,
3
man.
lighting.
I'm still
BLS.
using the old one.
Hitman 7119.
Well,
Do you have
this one-
scriptv.net
when you
installed?
activate your stage 3 lighting, it turns on.
So it does a whole bunch of different things. Yes, that is one
Really?
of the many things that it does.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so it activates when you also pull out your gun from your holster. It activates.
Ooh.
Plays the sound. Turns on when
like-
you. Oh god.
No, I was gonna say like the beeping sound. It does like the actual Axon beeping sound. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. Stage 3 lighting as well. Trying to think what else it does. Trying to look here.
Oh yeah, Dark. I did get that.
Who made it, Cooks? Who came out with that plugin?
Sergeant Nighthawk.
Yeah, Sergeant Nighthawk.
Oh, the same guy that did the old one. Like he just updated it.
I'm not sure which one he did before that. But
So I have the old body cam. I did a first person body cam patrol last week live, and
oh, you mean the real body cam, like the overlay?
yeah,
Yeah, that's by Sebo and Scars. So
Yeah,
this,
that's who
this
it is,
more
yeah.
of a it's more of an RP immersion with sound. Like you may have seen some body cam footage, like if they put their lights on, stage 3 lighting, or if they take their gun out of their holster, it turns on the body cam. But it's all sound related. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's not. It's a small plugin, but it has a lot of potential that it could be bigger.
And exactly. I mean, it's
Rohit?
beta right now, so maybe a couple of months down the road, even if
Hey,
that,
DK?
you might even add something similar to that.
Hey, Arctic, how's it going there?
Who knows? It's got a lot of potential.
Ladies
it's in
and
beta
gentlemen.
right now,
But it's available for download and use, right?
yeah, it's right on LSPDFR's website
I
under
might have to
scripts and
check
plugins.
that out.
It's called Axon Signal.
Excellent signal.
Check that out.
How's the hamburger kitty's treating you?
I saw Cooks. I saw you showing your setup last night during your stream. I went back and
Yeah,
watched. I
Hyde
usually
AV
go
is
back
here.
after patrol.
Right, Sean?
I'll go out and hey, Arctic Viper and Christian Gamer, what's going on? I'll go out and I'll have a couple prayers and kind of go back and watch people's streams. And I saw yours where you had
Doing good there,
you
DK.
were showing your setup there, man. Your setup is looking fucking amazing, man.
It is.
Get in
It's
there.
got monitors like a dispatcher. Dude.
It's got more than I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
It's got
Oh yeah.
Got 4
Get
monitors.
in there.
Yeah. Yeah. He's destroying.
Crazy
me in the
Manuel. How
monitor
you doing,
game, man,
Manuel?
For sure.
Thanks, there, Manuel.
That's cool though. Yeah. Look at him. Jesus.
Instead of dispatcher.
911. What's your emergency?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
exactly.
what it looks like. How many monitors you got, Cooks? 4?
Crazy man, wow.
I'm telling you, there's 15-year-olds out there that
5.
hell for
Dude, they
that.
would kill to have that set up.
Oh,
Thank you there,
God, would
Manuel.
they? Look at
I
him.
Give the,
only
have
give the
baby.
left nut.
I only have 4 ports on the
Yeah,
back of my
gaming for life. You could
graphics
tell.
card, though, so the 5th one's plugged in.
You could tell I'm the older one here, right?
You got 2 PCs running? So do you have a 2 PC streaming setup like I do? Like you got the. Now how are you running? How do you do yours? Are you doing yours with a capture card? Because I've got mine running with a capture card.
I don't have a capture card yet.
Because see, my gaming
only
PC, I've got.
thing-
Go ahead, Cooks. Go ahead.
The only thing that this one's being used for right now is for my chat. That's literally it.
Oh, okay. Because see, mine, the way mine's set up, I got the HD60 capture card, right? I've got the one built into the gaming PC back here, and then I've got the external one that I had that I bought a few years ago, and the gaming PC runs into the input of that one, and then your two outputs go into the back of your streaming PC. That initially sends a signal from the gaming PC to the streaming PC, and then you've got to go into your OBS or Streamlabs, whatever you're using, and set up a screen
Hey,
for
Dad,
that
right?
particular gaming PC. And I've got it labeled as game screen, so if I turn it on, it'll show my main screen over here. Right now,
Doing good
this
there.
is actually on my streaming PC, which is why I'm using my other camera instead of my main one.
Yeah, I don't have a capture card yet. I plan on getting.
Yeah, 2 PC streaming setup, man, it really takes a lot of the weight off of your main PC. I've not had any, like before I started doing the 2 PC streaming setup, I had so many issues with streaming, man. And since I have swapped over, I have not had one single issue streaming, man. It's been smooth.
Yeah, that's true. OBS, I mean, it's a pretty, it's a great program. Don't get me wrong. That's one of the top number one types of programs to stream, you know, but it's very taxing, you know, especially when you start adding extra elements into your scene. You know, like most people will have at least 2 or 3 different elements into a scene. Some of us have over 10. It's very taxing on one computer unless you have a real beefy system. But if you've got a second streaming PC, like say an Elgato, you know, capture card, then you could use, you know, that PC to just take the weight off of that, and then use your main PC for gaming, you know, and the graphics.
Well, see, and that's what I didn't understand is I was having so many issues. Kaka, thank you for subscribing to the channel, man. Appreciate that, man.
Thank you there, Gaming for Life.
That's why I didn't understand, because my PC back here, I've got an i9-12. It's got an MSI motherboard. It's got 32 gigabytes of RAM and a 3090 graphics card. So I don't know why I was having the issues I was having. It was just would not do it. I don't know what it was, but I'm glad I went to 2 PCs because it's done me a lot of good, a lot less stress.
Yeah, it's a lot better that way.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Adam, how you doing there, Deputy Adam?
That'll probably be my next.
Thank you, man.
Benzo
my next
sponsor.
step
I see you.
is getting a second PC setup. I noticed.
Hey, Camille.
Benzo, since you on your climb up to 100K, have you gotten any offers from people to partnership with any, you know, PC equipment? I know Juju Energy and all them people, they'll partner up with somebody with 6 subs if they.
I did get a great email from Shadow Legends. No, I'm kidding. Shadow League Legends. No, actually, I got those back when, I mean, I think anybody could pretty much get those, you know. I'm not knocking them because a lot of big YouTubers have done Shadow League Legends? Is that what it is?
Yeah, the one that's like, oh, it's really like the ad. It's not different from the ad. You know,
yeah. I'm sure I've never even bothered to use them. To be honest with you, it's kind of hard to differentiate between the real sponsors and the the fake ones, because I have a email set up through the about section on YouTube, like most of us do, and I'm getting spammed, you know, by these fake companies. But I was getting that way before 100K. You know, I get those all the time. You know, they're trying to get me to promote different really big games like AAA games. You know, and I'm like, that sounds way too good to be true. You know, and and then I go
P-Hub, all that,
yeah,
right?
P-Hub, it'd be different. But if it was like legit, I was thinking it was legit at first, but then I went to Reddit, and then, you know, there's probably 100 posts, same thing that I'm getting. You know, it's like, these are not real people, you know, or real companies. Right. So I think I'm going to have to probably reach out to some of these companies and then start the process there. You know what I mean? That way I'm already getting that direct communication within the company instead of allowing them to contact me, because there's too many spammers. You know,
well, you get your own YouTube guy now, though. At 100K, you get your own,
like your own YouTube agent.
Supposed to. You know, I haven't really bothered with that. What is I forgot the name of those people that they're the liaison between you and and YouTube. You know, they're marketing type.
They're like a mediator type
Yeah.
person, right?
Now I had that back when I was 40,000 subscribers. Highly suggest that you don't do that. If you're trying to make it on YouTube, don't do what I did. They take 10% anyway, and some of these other big companies take 20%. You know, so it's kind of up to you guys, but I try to stay away from that because they take your earnings and they don't really do anything for you. You know, they don't promote you like they say they do. And I made a big mistake using them for like 2 years, 3 years.
Wow.
And so I try
And
not to
YouTube
do that.
bumped up their share too, right? Didn't YouTube bump up their share now?
As far as I know, it's supposed to be still 30%.
Is
You
it
know.
30? My son was telling me it went up to
Yeah.
40 or 45, or
I have to
it's
look at
going
that.
to, or something like that.
Yeah. And then I got a
Oh.
buddy named Sean, socials. He's constantly asking for contracts. I'm kidding, Sean.
Yeah, he was. Socials was just over here. He said, "You must be running out of gas. You keep bringing this guy on."
I know. I've known Sean for a long time, long time.
Yeah,
And
no,
but he does help a
Ben's
lot
a
behind the
great guy.
scenes. He helps a lot with Instagram and stuff like that too. So
Oh, nice. Is he like a? I don't want to get into your business here, but is he like an assistant in a way?
no, he would never. If I called him an assistant, he'd probably beat my
quit
ass
tomorrow.
Well, first of all, he's 6'6" or whatever the hell he is, and the big dude. You know.
Do you know him in real life? Is he the guy that you were talking about? You talked about him in one of your videos. I don't know. There was a guy that you said you work with.
I know. I don't really work with him, but I just known Sean for over 20 years. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's a good guy. He lives in Florida, so. But you know, we've played games together, you know, practically since I've been married. You know, it's a long time. And so, but he's a good guy, and he does offer to help a lot. He knows a lot about stuff behind the scenes, and he knows a lot about technical stuff, a lot about stuff that I don't know about. And usually I, you know, ask him, you know, how to do these things, and he knows how to do it. So
that's pretty cool. You got to have people in your corner and you know, while you grow. And
yeah,
know, it's an awesome thing to have. Just people that know different departments and stuff that you don't know, right? And
yeah,
you know, did you notice a jump when Jeff Favinano, when he shouted out your channel and was telling people about how your mods and that helped him? Did you notice a big spike in your?
Yeah, I tell you, it was a good, you know, it's almost like like, I don't know how to describe it. It was about 3 weeks before Jeff even, you know, gave me a shout out, for example. I got a huge surge in subscribers. And so that was nice, to kind of like a slingshot, you know?
Yep.
And that's what happens with YouTube is if you get a little bit of momentum, anytime you get a momentum, you got to, you know, keep pushing. And then hopefully you get a really good little bit of content out there that people take notice in. And it just happened to be perfect timing with a good short that I released. It was just crazy. You guys would just flip your shit if you realized how many freaking subscribers that I got from one short. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it was around winter break or Christmas break. So I had that going for me. A lot of people were at home. And then I was watching Jeff Favignano doing his flight simulator, 7-day live stream doing.
I watched that. I was popping in and out of that too. It's crazy.
I did the same thing, and I've known Jeff for a while, and we talked through Twitter on a rare occasion. But we would talk through Twitter, and then he saw me in there, and it was just perfect timing, Jeffrey, that I just happened to be there. And he reached out to me and said, "Hey, I want to get back into LSPDFR. Can you shoot me over what's in, you know, that is not outdated? You know, what plugins work? You know, these kind of things." He goes, "I'm out of that scene. I need to kind of know. If you wouldn't mind helping me out with that." And then I put together a fucking book, a War and Peace novel for him, you know. With all these links and stuff, you know, but it took about an hour and a half to even put it together. And then I sent it to him through Twitter, but I had to link it to my Gmail, you know, because it was too big to link. Twitter wouldn't allow me to post it. So I had to link that document basically. And so I used that document. So it's kind of good.
It had to have been fucking crazy though, dude. You're sitting here writing this book for Jeff Favinano, man. Like that's huge, man.
Yeah.
That is huge.
And the good thing about it was he's already done it before. So you could talk to him on a different level than a regular tutorial. So you just go straight to the meat and bones of it and tell them exactly what mods work, which ones don't work, which ones are great, which ones suck,
Yep.
which callouts are good, which callouts are working, which callouts suck. Stay away from these. Use this, use that. That's what he wanted. He wanted straightforward, He's a busy man.
Yeah.
He don't have time.
That's right. There's Salon Guy right there. What's up, Salon Guy? How you doing, man? We were
Hey,
just
Salon
talking
Guy.
about you. Good things, of course. Most.
It was. I was gonna say it was.
How you
good
doing, Salon Guy?
things.
We
We were just talking about you, Salon Guy. Back it up about 30 minutes. Talking bad about you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Cookies was saying what kind of, loser you were. I'm totally kidding. Totally
He
kidding.
wanted the same hair as you.
Yeah, Cookie
Loves
said he
your
was going to shave his
hairstyle.
head. He said, I really want to do an honor for the Salon Guy. I want to shave my head in honor for him and also Benzo, because, I'm bald as hell. You can't tell from the hat, but I'm bald as hell. So I'm going to do an honor
Bald
of
with a
Benzo
beard.
and the Salon Guy. I'm going to shave my head. Right, Cookies? Come on.
Sure.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure we're clear.
I'm not far
Okay.
behind.
Yep.
I'm losing. Every time I go to the barber, I got less and less hair right here in the front. And I tell my wife, one day I'm going to come back from the barber and shit's just going to be shaved off. It's just going to be shaved off because I'm not going to be, nothing, no offense to those guys. Some guys can pull it off. I just don't think I can. That Bozo the Clown, bald right here, but hair all around the side.
I
Anybody here
can't
ever watch
complain, man.
Scrubs?
I'm 45 and I got a head full of hair, so I can't
Shut up.
complain.
Yeah, I don't want to
I
hear
got-
that. Okay, CJ?
I got my
don't wanna
bangs
hear
are
that.
like. I really thought because I've worn hats my whole life, and my dad always told me, he said, "Man, he said, son, if you keep wearing those hats, you're gonna go bald by the
Hey,
time you're
Amber.
30." Which I do have a bit of a bald spot back here from wearing hats and bandanas my whole life.
Uh-huh.
But that's kind of why I went from reverting to wearing my bandanas over my head
Why are you
to
offended, Sean?
around my forehead. One, because I have a big forehead, it needs to be hidden. Nobody wants to see a 5 head. And another thing is because I want to
Thank you,
keep my
Hitman.
hair as long as I possibly can. So yeah, sorry, Jeffrey, but
It's okay. Jenny put a knife in my chat. She'd fucking kill me if I ever came home bald with a beard. Listen, some guys can pull the shit off, man. I think I could
yeah.
put no comb over hash. No.
There you go,
Mike
AB.
B just dropped the $10 super chat. Like Sean, I have the honor of knowing Benzo in real life. He's
Yeah.
truly a great guy and a great friend. So happy for him that he got the 100K subs. He truly deserves it. I agree with you, Mike
Yeah.
B.
Yeah, Mike
I
is a
agree
good
with you.
guy. So
That
if you
fucking
guys,
dude's loyal. He is loyal.
my God,
He
Mike.
as they come,
is.
man.
Mike B, so just to kind of give you a really quick backstory, so I know y'all don't want to spend time doing this too much, but I had known Mike B at least 4 years prior to him telling me he was going to be coming to Dallas, Texas, and he was going to do some site touring. So he asked, "Hey, you want to meet up?" I said, "Yeah." We met up and had some lunch together. Went out to the Dallas Star and Frisco, Texas, and it was good to see Mike, in person. We got to kind of just shoot the shit for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, something like that. Yeah, Mike B's a good guy.
He is.
So he's one of the only ones I can say that I've actually met, that are watching, that actually watch the channel and stuff like that in real life,
He's the type of dude that if somebody
Yeah.
was in chat going, Benzo fucking sucks, Mike B would be like, your mother fucking sucks, you piece of shit.
Yeah,
he, would just,
yeah.
he would just go off on him, man. I
He would.
love his tenacity, man. Mike
Yeah,
B's
Mike
a
B's
he's
a
a
good
great
guy.
and a Bills
He's
fan.
very, he's very outspoken, Mike is. He's very
Yeah.
outspoken.
I know, right, Sean?
Thank you, Mike B. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, man. Mug, your taste buds need help. CS Mug.
Hey,
Who?
Echo.
Oh, Pepsi. They're arguing that Pepsi's better than Coke.
Oh, Lordy.
Coke, Pepsi.
That has been an ongoing debate since the start of the pandemic. I'm just
What do you
saying
think?
in my
What do
channel.
you think?
Ooh.
Cooks, what do you think? Coke over Pepsi or Pepsi over Coke? I've got a
actually great.
formula, actually.
I don't know. I'd have to say Pepsi, to be honest with you.
Pepsi? Okay. What about you, Benzo?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not the right pigmentation to drink Coca-Cola. If you don't know what I mean by that, then you need to look up what happened to Coca-Cola with them doing presentations saying how to be less white, So I started buying Coke a long time ago, although I'm kind of guilty. I've got one over there, but kind of guilty. But if I was to take an actual taste, I would have to probably say Pepsi. That's what I'd say.
Yeah. it's weird. All right, hear me out now, and y'all might agree with me, but I think the old fashioned glass bottles, Coke is like
Yeah,
A1.
yeah.
A cold glass
Yeah.
bottle Coke. Now you talk about
Yeah, you're right.
pouring it in a glass with ice, Pepsi all day. In a can, Pepsi, but nothing beats a cold Coke in one of those old fashioned bottles, man. It's just, I don't know, something
You
about
like
it just
you like Sprite
it's
Ember?
different, you know?
Yeah, I have to agree with that. It's hard to find bottles,
Yeah, it
but
is.
yeah, a cold, bottled Coca-Cola is actually really, really
Out
good.
of, like the fucking
Yeah.
commercials where they're pulling it out of the tub of ice and it's
Yeah, those are good.
just dripping. Oh God.
I remember when I was a kid. Man,
Hey,
you
Echo,
go
you
into the
should think
gas
about coming on
stations and
here
you get you
eventually,
a
man.
bottle of Coke, and up at the counter they had
do
a
schedule
top
these
popper,
things,
right? You
Echo,
put your Coke, you buy the Coke, and you
modders,
pop
man.
the top off
Yep.
of it and
You'd
walk
be
to
a
the
good
store with it, man, and drink it.
I
person to have on
remember
here.
those. Remember
Echo.
the old cigarette machines too? Had
I
the fucking
do.
pull
You
thing
pull the
and-
handle, yeah.
Dude.
They drop down, yeah.
Yep.
I remember those.
They had those things everywhere. As nightclubs, corner store, you
Hey,
name
thank
it.
you, Val.
They were
Thank
there,
you,
man.
Val.
Hashtag
I saw
Yeah.
that, man.
we're asked
Thank you,
for a
Val.
Jack and Pepsi. That's true. That is true.
Well, back then they wasn't
Hey,
worried
AV, I
so much
know.
about the
I'm gonna be
whole
on Twitch
18 and
soon,
over
AV,
thing. They
trust
didn't
me.
worry so much about it back then because anybody could go, and buy these cigarettes and
Right, Sean. I
just,
saw what you
I
wrote
mean,
there.
it was that easy. Nowadays, you go to a store, everything's behind the counter. You have to show your ID if they ask for it. So I still get carded.
Do you?
I still get carded. Yeah, people still
It's-
card me. I'm like, dude, I look at least over 30. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I think some of the stores say they ID at every age, like any age, I guess if you're like
Yeah.
90 or something like that, they probably like, not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Wegmans by law, they have to. They their rule is not by law, but by Wegmans rule. I don't know if some people in here. I know Cooks. I know
Oh,
you
yeah,
know
you're
what
good there,
Wegmans is.
Echo.
It's our local grocery store. It's our big grocery
Mhm.
store, Wegmans.
Hey,
And
Clint.
by law, actually, they don't sell cigarettes anymore, but alcohol, they'll ID you if you look 90. It's their rule that everybody that buys alcohol gets ID'd. Crazy.
Well,
Or
because
even
they
if
can
buy a
get
can of air.
fined for that and lose their job or their license or whatnot. They can really get
It's
in a lot of
not the
trouble for
law.
that.
It's not the law that you have to ID somebody that's obviously 90 years old, but it's a Wegmans rule that they're just like, no, fuck that. I don't care who you are. If you're fucking in a wheelchair, half blind, 120 years old, if you come in here and buy alcohol, we're IDing you. That's that's their thing. Crossy, how you doing, bud? Yes, they do. JT says he's a recovering
OCRP.
Pepsi holic. Anybody got any questions for
You never know there.
Benzo? Go ahead and throw them in the
Xeno.
chat, and we'll try to get to them. And if we
Xeno
can't,
Supreme
I'll write
Canadian.
down ones that
Perhaps one day.
I'll think he wants to be asked.
Yeah, absolutely. Another guy I think you guys should think about having on y'all's show eventually. I think he said it's about having some dental surgery right now, but later on is a modder by the name of Echo. ECHOOO.
Oh yeah, yep.
He's
Echo.
done some really good mods lately, and he'd be a good one. He's really active, so he'd be a good one to have on here.
He's actually a
okay, Mike. No
he's
problem,
actually one of my staff members in the Discord. Echo's cool as shit.
I saw that.
Same person?
Huh?
That? Is it the same person? I didn't know that.
I
Jed.
believe it's the same. I believe it's the same guy. It better be, or else I'm gonna look
Is
stupid right now.
it's the same person if he's in your chat right now.
Is what's his
Okay.
name still a part of your Discord, Jeffrey? Who made the seatbelt mod?
Oh,
There's I think Sebo. I think it's Sebo that did
No, the
one,
one
but there's a new
that.
one, that came out. I forgot his name.
No, it was a
Ah.
seatbelt mod, and then they've made a couple mods, but they were a part of your
Hey, Jed.
Discord.
He
at
was
one
he
time.
was in the support.
How you doing there, Jedediah?
What was his Faya?
Faya.
Yeah, is he still part of your Discord?
No, he
I meant to say Faya.
yeah, Faya. He had personal things that he had to deal with, and he politely, professionally stepped down. He didn't leave on bad terms or anything like that.
It's always
just
good
weird.
when they do that.
Yes, it is.
Hey, what's that,
yes,
guys?
it is.
Sorry.
Hey, Letha, what's up, man? And Swifty's
Like-
up in the house. What's up, Swifty?
Like, if people are going to leave my Discord, like if they're part of the team and they've been a part of the team for a while or however long they've been a part of the team or a member, and they just want to leave the Discord for whatever reason, I would rather them come to me and talk to me about it and just like a human being instead of leaving leaving a negative part of them behind. You know what I mean? Like saying bad things.
I agree.
Because people will do that. That's a big part of Discord. I don't know why it is, but they have the old saying Discord drama. It's very true.
Oh,
But I would much rather someone, and I'll respect them a lot more if they just walk up and say, look, man, even if it's for the simple reason they don't like the people in my Discord. If they don't like my Discord the way it's ran, I'd rather you come to me and be like, look, man, I don't agree with the things that I don't want to agree with some of the things in your Discord. I don't agree with some of the rules.
Bruh.
I'm just going to clear out of here. Okay, cool. I'll respect you way more for doing that instead of walking out and saying, "Oh God, these rules suck. The team sucks. They're all jerks." And I got banned for no reason. We've heard that 100 times. So.
And then troll your chat for 3 years because they can't get over it.
Yeah, echo. That's what I meant to say.
Some people just it fucking kills me, But like you say, you're gonna have trolls no matter where you go.
Oh yeah, vaping. I just see that.
Arctic Viper says,
You
"GG,
watch
ask
this, see that,
Benzo
Brett?
what happens when the Murder Kitty sound gets played by me when he's on Twitch."
Oh, AV?
Yeah.
Oh man, AV.
Harley, right? That's Harley.
Yeah, Harley. I'll tell you a quick funny story. This is a real funny story. When I do SLRP, I have sound alerts. And at first I thought, I'm going to be honest. At first I thought, if it's 25 cents, something like that to play a sound alert, it's actually, it builds up over time. You earn about $2 or $3, $4 per stream. So, but then I thought, it may come in handy for an actual alert. So somebody's donating. Sorry. Hey, thank you, Evan. Sorry, just one second, guys.
No, you're good. Welcome to the channel, Ian. I am
Evan. I'll answer that in just 1 second. Thank you so much, Evan. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man. I'll answer that 1 second, bro. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so Arctic Viper, that's Harley, has played the sound alert. Now, granted, she'll tell you, she'll be the first one to be honest. She has scared my ass many, many times because it's a real, mountain lion sound. Yes, I mean, it's legit. Scared the shit out of me many, many times being out there in a traffic stop. She knows when to do it, where to do it, how to do it. And then she has saved my ass many times. It's like I've got my gun in my holster and we're just kind of out doing a traffic stop, which really shouldn't have your gun out of your holster on a traffic stop anyway, unless it's, needed. But she gets me on my guard and she saved me at least twice, maybe 3 times with that stupid little sound alert of the mountain lion. And I've managed to cap a couple of mountain lions because of her alerts.
Because of the alert. I've seen the panic tone get you a couple times.
Oh, jeez, man.
I seen your short where it was a
bros.
Twitch alert or something, and the panic tone went off on your Twitch.
And he actually called dispatch.
Called it in.
Now, it does. I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't get me as much anymore. For one, they changed the panic tone alert sound. So if I go back and add that, I might add it back in for fun. But that YouTube short that I did, it was a legit thing. It's 2:00 in the morning. I added it in there. I was just throwing shit in the alerts. Didn't really think much about it. I was like, that sounds kind of cool. Threw it in there. I didn't stream on Twitch for a week later. And then you got to remember, 2:00 in the morning, your brain's not thinking what you did because I was running on, fumes at the time. And then the stream happened, and I think it was Taco Killer, which is Matt. I've known Matt for a while, and he did this sound alert for the freaking panic alarm, and it was exactly the same one we were using in the server at the time. So that's where you see me radio and dispatch, and it was legit. It scared the shit out of me, and I was like, why isn't any deputies going to this? It's pissing me off, and then I figured it out. I figured it out.
Yeah.
With a nice view.
Hey,
Manuel said, "Tell Benzo to stop killing them
Mark.
kitties. They just want a hug."
Hey, thank you, Mark. Great, I saw that.
It got to the point where Mark said, "Stop calling them murder kitties over the radio."
Yeah, I've heard that many times, and Mark is actually
not
in
to
chat.
Benzo in particular, but everybody was calling them murder kitties, and
yeah, I know it kind of takes away from the RP elements and stuff.
Yeah,
Mark's in my chat right now. He's just donating. Thank you, Mark.
Did he?
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of funny. Mark, he likes to maintain proper radio etiquette, right? So there's certain things that we got to do or say or not say, over the radio. Try to keep it as realistic as possible, But one thing Mark does stress, and Cookies and CJ, definitely Jeffrey, he knows all this, is to keep it short and sweet.
Yeah.
So, you know, like if you're on a traffic pursuit, if you're in secondary position, it should sound like you're reading a newspaper, you know, short and
Yeah.
sweet. And you just give out locations, stay calm. I did a YouTube short on that as well, what it's like for a realistic pursuit. What is a pursuit like on a realistic 5M server? And so if y'all haven't had a chance to watch that, give it a look. Doug is in there. Luke is in there, you know, and also Patrick's in there too. So we're right. I mean, that video is on point. We were on our game that particular one, and the guy we were chasing after, his name is Brett. Some of you guys may not know him. That's in the chat right now, like Jeffrey or Cookies or CJ. But Brett Van Miller, he hasn't been on the server in a long time, but he used to go on pursuit every fucking patrol. But it's always fun to chase after Brett because he knew how to drive like a bat out of hell, man. Yeah, Brett.
I think I just watched that short of yours too about the realistic pursuit in 5M. I just watched that, I think, last night. Yeah.
I had fun making that. Those kind of things I love making because I enjoyed doing that patrol. It was a lot of fun. And I love, if y'all ever make shorts, make sure you go to the actual comments. Don't go to the description. People never read descriptions in the YouTube shorts. People don't give a shit. Go to the pinned comments and then say, you know, something like, thank you for watching. And then go ahead and pin it because people are going to ask you anyway.
That's a good idea.
They're going to ask you, where did this come from? What live stream? And then you can link it, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Because I do my, because me and Jed were talking about how people don't look at the description.
Jed, I'm going to talk about you in a second.
But there's a way you can see it. I mean, when you go to the short, like for me, if I'm on my phone, I've got the iPhone 11. So if I go to a short on my phone and I hold it down, if I hold down the short, a little black box will pop up and say description and then report post and all that good stuff. And you can click description and it opens it up. So
you'll see why.
But yeah, that's a good idea. I might do that from now on.
I have one more thing I'm going to kind of talk about real fast. Y'all know who Jedediah is, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See? He's famous. He's my
Makes
chat right now.
killer cart packs, man.
So, you know, another thing, if you guys want eventually just an idea for Meet the Gamers, if Jed is down, I don't know how Jed feels about this, but I'd love to get him in here. He doesn't have to show his face. I mean, Opus 49 didn't show his face. You know, he could turn his cam off. But I'd love to get Jed's opinion on things. He's pretty brilliant when it comes to modding, and he sent me over a lot of packs. You know, sometimes during for his Patreon releases, and so it helps me out, helps him out. We both get something out of it, you know. And he's a good guy in general. And then plus he's 6'9", you know, and he's a UK police officer. Actually, I'm sorry, 6'11", right, Jed? Of course, I'm teasing with that. He is tall though. Tallest police officer I've ever heard about. But he's a UK police officer in real life, so you guys should check him out. Hopefully he'll get in there.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I mean, we like to have people that have their camera on, you know, 'cause it's all about meeting the gamer. You know, you hear him, you see him. A lot of people like to put
you're a good guy, man.
A face with
Hey, how you doing there, Mark?
You know, like G4L. I've watched so much of Gaming for Life's stuff that you just get curious to just know who the person you've listened to, watched for so long looks like. Same thing with Mark. When he you know, showed his first time was at the Meet the Gamers LEO edition. Mark showed his face. He did a little face reveal right there in the camera, and it was I'm gonna be honest, Mark looks younger. He looked younger than I thought he did, or sounded like. Yes. No offense, Mark. Agree. But I'm gonna be honest. I expected an older guy, and then he got this young face, you know. I was like, damn. He's more handsomer than I thought.
He looks younger than me.
He does. Actually, isn't?
Oh. Mark says he has a soul of a 72-year-old.
Yes, I say the same thing. My wife can't stand it when I'm walking around the house, cleaning up the house, listening to fucking Sinatra and the Rat
Evan, I'm going to answer that question, bro. Evan, I will get to that, man. I promise.
I love Frank Sinatra.
I will definitely answer that, Evan.
Yeah, Ray Charles, you know, just just love old music.
Evan, give me just a second.
You'll never get
I'll
it
work it
again.
into
Shit
the
is
to
garbage.
the,
No,
to
that
the
era's
live stream.
gone,
Okay.
man. That era's gone forever. It was a great, you know, back when Ray Charles was
That's
playing.
6'7". Damn, Jed, that's still tall as fuck, man.
Man, he was the prime of his time, man. That dude was an amazing musician. If nobody out there's ever seen the movie Ray, played by Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie. Great.
Oh my God, dude! And you know, in the movie, Jamie Foxx wanted to
Hey,
know what it
Keyball
was like to
Tech.
really be blind, so
Hey,
he had
you're on the
the
SLRP server, right?
producers,
Maybe I'm wrong.
like, glue his eyes shut with some kind of special glue that they could, of course, take off, obviously. But through the whole movie, his eyes are glued shut, so he could really feel what it was like to be Ray Charles. And for them to pick him to play the young Ray Charles that he did such a good job. Like, he talked like him, walked like him. It was the, like, I went and seen it when it came out in theaters years ago, and Jamie Foxx is an amazing actor, man. He's great at what he does.
Okay, cue ball.
They left him for lunch one day, you know.
I've seen
on the
you
set.
before
They
lots of
forgot that
times,
his
man.
eyes were glued shut, and half the set went to go get lunch and just left him sitting in a chair. I
Yeah.
heard him say that in an interview once.
Okay, might be.
Mark is over here talking so much shit right now. João Vitor, I'm talking about Brazil, sends a hi to the Brazilians. Hello, Juto.
Hey, Jasmine.
Jutao.
Hey, good to see you.
Jutao. Gus Fring. I'm just gonna call you that. If that's okay. So I'm a huge Breaking
Jed needs to
Bad
play
fan.
some
So,
What's your favorite
basketball.
show? Oh, go ahead, Cooks.
No, I was just gonna say. So I know someone asked this in my chat last night. And I know Benzo saw it. So someone wanted to know, and I'm sure a lot of people do want to know. I know you've already said it before on previous Meet the Gamers, but people want to know how Benzo Effect, like the name, became a thing.
Oh yeah, I'll talk about that real fast. So a lot
the
of
PG rate, the PG,
the PG rated, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do the best we can. So a lot of people know the term, you know, benzo is short for benzodiazepine, but it really wasn't based off that necessarily. But when I was in the ambulance, I've been on the ambulance in a long time, but when I was in the ambulance, we worked as, you know, medics, and we would have a lot of backward talk, you know, between me, the other medics. We had a lot of banter back and forth, and we would use keywords and cue words, you know, to describe an event. And a lot of times we try not to do that. We never do it in front of patients. Okay. A good example of that is the word, and a lot of people know this in chat, is the acronym DRT. DRT is dead right there. So,
Yeah.
and then I can't remember who suggested DRFT. I'll let you kind of guess what that means. But DRFT, you know, but regardless. So what we do is, in the medical field, a lot of times we refer to as someone who was very blank faced, who was very zoned out, because I would go to calls, and a lot of times where people were either not really overdosed to the point where we had to rush them to the emergency room, but it was like more of a, like they're stoned or something. So a lot of times I would warn the other medics, and I would tell them, you know, it's a benzo effect, you know. So I like that. And then plus there's a TV show called Cabanero Effect. You know, Cabanero, if you haven't ever watched that, the Cabanero Effect, awesome show. It was more of it's a magician. They have things set up on scene, and Cabanero would pretend to be like a checkout cashier or whatever. And he would set up the scene, set up everything, and then he'd have real people come through. And then he would do like, you know, magic, if you will, you know, a magician, right? He would do these things to these people as a prank, but it wasn't like malicious or anything. It's just the people were like thinking that, you know, like, what the hell am I watching? What is this? How am I, this guy, he has something floating here. Nobody can see this. And then like when someone would look over, like, for example, if he's doing a prank type of thing, it'd go back to normal. You know what I mean? So he had that. And I loved Cabanero Effect. And so the word effect kind of came from that, mostly was that. So the benzo effect came from that. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I never talked about this before either. I talked about it with Sean, is that a lot of times your name on YouTube, if people look up your name on YouTube, I have this kind of goes against me, which kind of sucks, is the word benzo. So if you type in benzo, my name will probably pop up because of YouTube, right?
Mhm.
But also what will pop up is, you know, how to handle benzodiazepine withdrawals. You know what I mean? I don't like to be associated with benzodiazepine withdrawals, you know, so it kind of sucks that my name is associated with a freaking drug. But
Yeah.
I built this name based off of the benzo effect. And who knows,
It's
maybe down the
fitting,
line,
though,
you
because
never know.
you're in the medical field, though, right? So it's
Yeah.
kind of it's fitting, and it's a one of a kind name. Like, had I known I was going to stick with this and get as far as I've gotten,
Hey,
I
Mike.
might have made a little more effort in my name. I might have made a little more effort into my name. I don't know. I just didn't think I was going to stick with it and get as far as I gotten. But I mean, it's, you know, it's part of me now. I would never think about changing it now, but would I have thought of something a little more catchier, something a little more original? Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, it is what it is. But benzo effect, you hear it and you just know. You
Yeah.
automatically know, you know. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say it right here and right now. I mean, it is nice. The plaque is always gonna say benzo effect, but don't be surprised maybe the next year or two if you see the word effect still in there, you know, because I like that. But it may have another first name. You never know. But I'll still always go by benzo as a
you
reference.
think so? What would you you've got me interested.
I don't want
I don't
to give it away yet, but it is something really interesting. But we'll have to see how things go. I may just stick with it, you know, and maybe create a different channel, you know, based on what I'm thinking about, you know.
Okay. See, you're probably a gun owner, right? I see your shirt there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite? Let's say handgun. I'm looking for a handgun now. I recently just got my permit.
Well, the Glocks are always good. You
I've
know,
been looking at the Glocks.
Yeah, they have some smaller weapons as well. You know, different size weapons, different calibers. In Texas, you know, we have to always think about, say, what will fit good around my waist. That's how we make our decision. Caliber is definitely up there because, you know, a person can live through several rounds, and so a 22, for example, is not a good self-defense, you know, weapon at all. You know,
Right.
It's not. In Texas, we're allowed to carry, you know, if you have the right type of, you know, license and you're in the right circumstance, you're allowed to carry and things like that. At home, it's always the best weapon of choice is always the shotgun, and usually like say buckshot, birdshot, you know, these kind of things. But nothing beats the sound at home is the good old cocking of the shotgun to get people's attention, because that's universal.
Oh yeah.
Whether people speak Spanish, whether people speak German, it doesn't matter.
They hear that sound.
Is universal. That means stop where you are and run for your life.
It's bilingual, right?
And
it's a bilingual
and the same
sound
thing
right there.
happens in Florida. So like I said, in Texas, we look for obviously guns, stopping power, but more or less what will fit inside my, you know, the holster, what will fit in the back of my pants.
So I take it you're a concealed carry. Is it hard to get a concealed carry in Texas? Like here in New York State, it's a bitch, man. You got a 40-page application.
No. In Texas, they hand it to you at birth, actually. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I mean, they have to do background checks and all that, obviously,
Stapled
but
to your birth certificate.
You can get through it pretty quick here in Texas and Florida too, from my understanding from Sean, is that you can get through the process really quick in certain states that are more licensed to carry, you know.
Is Texas a stand your ground state?
Yeah.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah, in Florida, it's actually more so, but Texas, yeah, we've had that for a long time. You know, you can protect one's property, you can protect your own property, obviously, but it's a fine line, to be honest, because if you have someone that is on your property that shouldn't be there, or whatnot, if they're beating on your door, you have to be really careful how you approach that, because if you shoot them at the doorway, you know, then it has to be, is it probable cause and those kind of things. Right. And of course, I would never suggest ever shooting someone and dragging them into your house. I would never suggest that. But yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah.
To keep yourself out of jail. There was a guy in New York State that broke into somebody's house.
I live in Sherman there.
Went upstairs. Nice. She pulled out a gun and shot at him, missed him, but he fell
Yeah, Glock
down
17.
the stairs
Jed.
and
Those are
hurt
good
himself,
weapons.
fucked up his back pretty bad. This dude took her to court and won.
Yeah.
Because he got injured after breaking into her house
Mm-hmm.
and falling down her stairs. He took her to court and won it, dude. And I don't remember his name. I would say, hey, what's up, Mexican? I would tell y'all to
It's
go and like
ridiculous.
look it up, but it's absolutely true here in New York State. We are not a stand your ground state. There's people here that have gotten in trouble for shooting, even pulling their weapon out, even brandishing their weapon at somebody on their property in their house.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't the right circumstances, you can get in trouble for that. And I just think that's absolute
MRB photography. Thank you, man.
Sorry, but I'd rather deal with the courts than take a chance on you coming at my fucking family. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah, and just a little FYI, if people that live in Texas, I have a lot of people in Texas in my chat right now telling me where they're from. But if you have, say, license to carry, it doesn't really matter concealed carry. You have to wear the proper clothing too if you're wanting to keep it more concealed. If you have a open shirt, say a loose shirt, and you have a t-shirt on, and people can see your weapon that's maybe tucked away on the side or whatnot, and if you get into a physical or an argument with that person, if they already know that you have one, they can easily say you pulled it out and you pointed it at them, even without video evidence. And if cops get there and they see that you are armed, that they're not making it up, that you do have a weapon on you, then you're in kind of, he said, she said grounds, it's kind of sucks.
Right. But see, that would just be, it's just bullshit, man. But at the same time,
hey, Seth,
I'm just glad to have it and have that
exactly right, Seth.
extra security, for me and my family. Gamer J said, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I like that. Mexican flexing that 23-month membership, man. You're so close to that to the diamond one. Cowboy John, what's up, Cowboy John?
Mossberg 500.
And Doug says that's why we're moving to Arizona.
Add a little bird shot of there, man.
I don't want to say where he lives, but did you watch Doug's last tutorial? His revert video?
I know, I didn't see it. Was it like straight to the point, brutal?
Yeah, he messaged me last night and goes, go check out my last tutorial. Let me know how blunt that was. So I went and checked it out, and I was like, oh my God. And he actually, in the video, he said something where he goes, I don't know, you can just name this your mama's big tits.
Hey, Mexican.
And he was talking about renaming one of his GTA files. So I actually did that. And in my last tutorial, when I go into the main directory, one of my folders, my SLRP, my 5M folder is now named your mama's big.
He said in the tutorial, your mama's big tits.
I'm telling you, gotta watch this. This video.
Oh my God.
Hey, thank you, Mexican.
I was dying when I was watching.
Only Doug
this
would
video.
say that.
Thank you, my brother.
You gotta check out when you get a chance after the show. Go check out that video, Doug. You're gonna get a surge of 37 watchers.
Everybody go check out Doug's video. Doug 1637. He's linked on my recommended channels down below, so make sure to check him out and check out his latest video.
Yeah,
the revert video.
Tutorial. Clark Reed, what's up, Clark Reed? How you doing, bud? Got Clark Reed up in the house. I'm gonna.
Evan, I still haven't forgot about your question, man.
Here, little.
Thank you, Mexican.
I'm gonna just pop my
I
camera.
Love your
off
avatar, man. It's awesome.
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh yeah, you're good.
You're good. So I gotta ask.
Hey, Milo Biani too.
We asked this all the time. I don't know if it's updated yet to what it, a new one maybe.
That's hard to answer though, man.
Favorite plugin of LSP.
That's hard to answer from. I mean, I got one, but
good there, Mexican. Good to see you, man.
What about you, Benzo?
I'm sorry, what was the question? I was saying hi to Mexican in my chat.
Favorite plugin for LSP4? What's your favorite plugin?
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, you can't play without it, TJ. Stop the ped.
Stop the ped.
Yeah, you have to. Okay, here's the thing: is that it's a love and hate relationship, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize this, and I hate to turn people off the mod, but it's server based. So it is on Bajojo's server. So I don't know why he has it like that. He has it linked to his server, so he can shut it off anytime he wants. He can say,
Mhm.
F everybody and shut it off. He also does a checks version system on his server. So if for some reason there's a compatibility issue, it'll just turn off the mods. Same with Ultimate Backup, same with CompuLite, ALPR, everything. So he can shut his mods off just a blink of an eye. If anytime he gets to that point where he's fed up and decided, you know what, I'm moving on. LS54 is a waste of my time. And maybe he's not getting enough Patreon, members. Anything that could piss this guy off, he could easily just turn it off for you guys. And so that's one negative thing I have to say about that. Is it's
about which one? I'm sorry.
Bajojo's mods.
Oh, okay.
It's server's based, so he could turn it off anytime he wants. And I don't understand why it's like that. I don't get it. Even his moderators on his Discord feel the same way. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah,
he
it is because if he did leave, and then shut him off, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, we would be, man, without Stop the Ped and Ultimate Backup, and especially the way they convert through, like Grammar Police and stuff. You know what I mean? We can use Grammar Police with those plugins. They would just be, we'd be right back to vanilla without Bajojo.
Thank you there,
I'm
Moon
telling you,
Demon.
man, we'd be back to pretty much vanilla. So,
yeah, that's very true.
I would say Stop the Ped's probably my favorite as well. It goes hand in hand with the game, no doubt, hands down to.
Yep.
That mod, man.
Absolutely.
What's your favorite graphics mod, Benzo?
Well, right now it's Visual Vanilla. Have y'all played with that yet?
I had somebody ask me if I could do a video on it. I've never tried it.
Yeah, it's to me it's a simple one. It's pretty easy to install. You could just pick the folders that you want. And what I like about it is it adds just enough contrast and richness to the game that it's not overwhelming. And it just, to me, it your frames look good, and it makes the game really good, better than Visual V, and it's on par with, make visuals great again, but without the really severe dark nights. But to me, I think it looks really good.
Visuals great again. That was my first graphics mod.
So
Would you compare it to Quant V?
Yeah, I would say so. Now it's not as rich as maybe, Natural Vision Evolved, maybe as rich as that. But it does have a lot of good quality to it. So I'd highly recommend at least at the moment, if you want a good free one that is stable, keeps your frames high, don't have to worry about lag, don't have to worry about logging into GTA 5 in story mode, alt tabbing, and then firing up Raid Shook, all that crap with the MB shaders. Then Visual Vanilla is the way to go at the moment anyway.
And they have it for it's a 5M graphics mod as well.
Yeah, you can do it in 5M. I'm gonna install
downloading it.
I'm gonna do it for my 5M. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I'm making a copy. I have a no graphics mod, which it's a LSPDFR folder.
I hope so, Echo.
With all of my mods.
Yeah.
Every time I update my main one, I drop the same mod in this one. And then if there's a new graphics mod I want to try, I'll make a copy of it and then
Visual Vanilla.
Try that out.
Jed,
so I'm definitely gonna try
that. Good, right?
Benzo's the second person.
Hey,
he's over 100,000 subscribers, so he must know what he's talking about.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I've tried them. I've tried them all, man. Everyone you can imagine. From the Quant Vs to, Visual V, the Natural Vision Evolved. I was Patreon over there for a while with Raised, and I had a conversation with Raised in his Discord. Why does the place lights look washed out, man? At I think it's 16 or 1700 hours.
Yes.
It sucks, man. And he had no good answer. He's like, I'm trying to correct it.
Moon Demon Gaming sponsored
and the
channel.
streetlight issue. That
Thank
pissed me off so much, man. Where
flickering streetlights,
they would look so good
Thank you, man.
as you're pulling up to them, but once you get within like 2 car lengths from them, they'll switch and go back to like vanilla, like default streetlights. So it looked like the fucking Billie Jean video, where when you're walking down the sidewalk, you got these fucking lights changing color as you're passing by them. And it was just the most annoying. And it's been like that however long. What's NVE been out for 3 years now?
Something like
that. It's been like that ever since the very beginning. It's been like that with those street lights.
Oh, I know.
So, but I was a huge Quant V fan. I loved Quant V, and I was so heartbroken when all that shit happened with Quant V and the whole backdoor
Yeah, I
issue.
loved Quant V.
Oh,
man.
did you
I
there?
loved using it for the main reason
through Trooper 18,
because
Jed? I'll
you
take a
could
look
go
at that,
down
man.
by the ocean, like the
It had the
water, and
menu,
adjust the yeah, it had the menu. You could adjust the length. I mean the ripples in the water, the wave height. Like I had my water in the game looking so good.
Uh-huh.
And about the time I did that last video, the
Yeah, Jed, you may be
tutorial
right.
on my Police Academy playlist, where I did it from like base mods all the way through OpenIV
See, which one's
modifications.
Angel? Is that
And
you,
it was
Samuel?
about a
Nice.
month after I did that last one, man, is when I heard about. Then I was like, man, that sucks. Because you want to use it, but at the same time, you don't want them to have. You don't want anybody to have that kind of access to your computer. I mean, if they can just come in and wipe your stuff out, why would
Yeah.
you want to do that? You know.
Yeah, he really screwed. I don't know why he would do that. I mean, he lost so
Yeah.
many Patreon members. It's crazy.
Oh my
And then
gosh.
plus, just a negative, bad taste in people's mouth to be able to, to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it was
a lot
all
of
over
people don't wanna
Twitter,
use
man.
it.
They had it all over Twitter, man.
Oh, so they fixed it, the Quantum V issue. Doug and everybody's saying it's fixed now.
Yeah,
Quant V is?
the newer
Yeah.
the newer versions are fixed. But
Oh,
just
Oh, wait a
it's just
minute.
the main version a while back. I don't know what version it was. It was given that issue.
okay.
So
He came to
Well,
his
after he
senses
checked
and
it
he
out.
took it out.
Good. The guy was making a lot of money. These guys make a lot of
Oh,
money.
dude, you want to know how
from his
much money?
Patreon.
Do you want to know how much money that raised the guy who does Natural Vision Evolved?
How much?
Take a wild guess, Jeffrey. Just how much
A
per
month? Monthly or
we'll say per year. We'll equal it out to be about that
per
roughly.
year? I would say 80,000.
Multiply that by almost 10.
Get the
What?
No,
no way.
yeah. Take a look at his
$800,000.
easy. Yeah, it was over $1 million.
year just on Patreon alone.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's his full-time job then.
Of
That's
course.
his full-time
Fix
job.
your fucking streetlights, dude.
Yeah, look at all you have to do is look at his Patreon. He had
Wow.
well over 10,000, at least at the time, 10,000
Makes
Patreon
sense.
members. And in order
$5 to
to
$10 a pop.
in order to play with the mod, it was like, was it 10? Yeah, $10 to download it. Then he had other tiers on there, like $1. It was like $1, $3, just to get the Discord access to the Discord name of being a
Wow.
supporter, but no one's doing that. You know that people are doing the Patreon to download the mod. And then they had higher tiers that were like 20 or 25, in order to get beta testing for the mod. So now you just multiply that 10,000 by, say $10.
Gosh.
And you got your answer.
Holy
Jesus.
cow, man. That's more shit. More power to him, man. I mean, it's a beautiful mod, but yes, I don't like I don't like how it doesn't have the rage hook.
Yeah,
in it.
Echo, I agree.
You got to alt
Yeah, I
tab
think it's
out
over $1 million.
And I did do that when you came up with that the delay
I
button
know,
and
right,
all
Jed?
that. That was fucking genius. So I did do that, but then that stopped working after a while, and then the streetlights just pissed me off to the point where, and I was getting texture loss, but I didn't know about this new mod, this that helps with texture loss. I forget the name of it, but
Oh yeah. The GTA source adjuster, I think is what it's called.
yes, something like that, where it's supposed to significantly help with
It
texture
helps a
loss.
lot.
So
It really does help a lot.
I still get raised. I'm partnered with Ray. Well, not partnered, but I get it for free every month. The NVE, and I'm still in the Discord. I still get the downloads for the graphics mod.
Jed.
I haven't popped them back in a while. Hey, Kangy, what's going on?
Hey, Attack Dog Customs, how you doing, man? I see you changed your name there.
When it said it would be, yeah.
Attack-
Why would he?
Attack Dog
Why would he
Gaming?
make it? Why would he make it for free if he's getting that much money? A whole.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
If I was talented enough to make something like that people really would use, oh yeah, I'd be doing that.
But yeah, you're right.
I mean, he's making bank, but I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's just, I mean, it's rather silly. And I have another guy in chat, Echo actually. He's usually in the know with much of the stuff. He said it's easily over $1 million. So
wow.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Wow.
he does it the right way. He markets it pretty good. He teases people with a lower version number. And if you want to get the higher version number, think about joining my Patreon, type of thing.
He could literally just sit back now and just do nothing and just collect off of that. Like he
Row
wouldn't
it.
even have to
My
work
bond
on it
list.
if he didn't want. I know he's got
Paid.
to make changes every month so that
There you go, row
when
it.
people
That's the way to make
they're
money.
getting a new updated version of NVE. But man, yeah, he did just get. I know, Sal, right?
Yeah, the
We're in the
resource
wrong
adjuster.
business.
It's a really good
We are
thing
in the
there,
wrong business.
Bobby.
So I know, Benzo, I know you hitting 100K now. And we had this discussion through DMs, right?
Hey, Big
behind the
Jess Gaming,
scenes
how you
of,
doing?
You know, you're still working full time.
Yeah.
But you do want to go full time YouTube, right?
Mhm.
And make a
I wouldn't
living
mind doing
off
that.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, content creation. And it would have to be, for me anyway, probably, I mean, 100,000 subscribers, you think they'd be easy to do, but, you know, everybody has different financial, you know, income that's needed
Yeah.
in order to maintain stability in the household, you know. So it would have to be a lot more, unfortunately, but it would be nice to be able to do content, you know, that I would enjoy doing, you know, because I have a passion for it. You know, probably even more, I'd say, than the medical field at the moment, because it's something that I love to do. And it's been a while since I've had a passion for that. When I first started my medical career, I was all about it, you know, passion. You got to have passion for your job. But when you do that kind of job for over 20 years, it starts to kind of, you know, rub you a little raw and leave you pretty numb, you know, in life. And you start to see things as a medic and also as a trauma nurse, which is what I am as well. And when you see a lot of grief, pain, suffering, death, you know, it starts to numb you, man. And
It does.
I'd rather get back to content creation, things that pop in my head and showing people how to do it, and then just showing what I create. It's kind of fun, you know? So maybe one day we'll get there. If we could pull in that PewDiePie money, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Damn, quit my job right away. Just saying.
Oh yeah. We talk about it. CJ and I talk about it all the time, and
all the time.
Buying a farm and shit, and just,
I probably would,
and
Nick.
the same thing is with you. I've been.
I
With
would,
my job
Nick.
for
If
20
I pull
years,
in Tim the Tapman
and
money,
we got a new
I
supervisor.
would do that.
We just started like 5 months ago, and he's all, "Go get him!" and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I used to be that guy, and now I'm just kind of like, fuck it. Like I just lost it. You know, I don't want to be here no more. I want to be doing this
F
full
the
time.
streetlights.
Yeah. So I get that. I get that feeling.
Yeah, Jed, I know.
Cooks
I feel you,
just
man.
started working, right? You just started your job a couple months ago,
What are you
right?
doing there, Cooks? What are you doing?
Topless car washes.
Oh, nice. Nice. Hey, that's a great idea. I'll be over there, you know, soon to have my car washed.
Yeah, I'm
cold
sure,
in the wintertime.
Make sure they're all female. I'm just saying. Sorry. Didn't mean to offend the viewers.
No,
there.
Cooks, do you want to tell people what you do?
Really care. I mean, I'm a car wash attendant. That's really it.
Yeah, it's a job though, man.
It
That's
is a
what
job,
matters,
man.
It's a job, and
so what is your main occupation? Like, what is the main thing that you do? Like, what is your job when you go there?
$1,500 start cluster.
I mean, I do everything. We're all trained on everything to do.
Hey, Clint.
You know, bringing in cars.
I just get
putting
out the content,
wash,
man.
What we do
I
is
started with
them
a couple of subs,
on the
man.
conveyor, and then we click send, and then it sends them through.
3 subs.
You're the guy guiding them, telling them turn left, turn right, and then
that was
neutral.
One was for myself, Clint.
Yep, I got
One
you.
was for myself, and the other 2
That's pretty
were
cool. Must be a pretty big car wash
for my family.
To have
No
other
joke.
employees there watching over it.
Hey, John.
There's about like 4 or 5 of us that are there at one time.
Do you get free?
Yeah.
Well, when you drive, do you get free car washes? Do your parents get free car washes?
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Hash has a good point. Hash says he's got the job because he's got to pay for all the electricity his room is pulling. Do your parents charge you?
Oh,
for
Jesus.
electricity?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yet.
I could just hear the buzzing coming from that room right now, man.
Yeah, it's making my electric bill go up just watching it.
Oh, man. That's great. That's great. It looks good, though, Cooks. You put a lot of work into
Yeah, it looks good, man.
into your setup there, man. I like it.
I need to get more stuff behind me. My setup still looks pretty plain. So, yeah, Cooks has got a pretty good setup there.
I like your your back camera now. How you got your back camera?
Oh, yeah, you see that?
The wall and that in front of you. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I had to call myself out. People in chat noticed it. I forgot I had the back camera on. I shut off my video for a second there. I had to vape a little bit. So I'm
Oh,
sitting
they
there.
saw you?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm vaping.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, just relaxing. Yeah, man, it just kind of relaxes this, relaxes the body a little bit. And then Brett Van Miller goes, "We saw you vaping." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Oh, it's like, God damn it, man. At least it wasn't this camera, because I don't know. I know some streamers that do it right in the face and shit. My wife, she popped in here, she would probably just shit her pants. She'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But she knows I vape. It's just we try to keep it on the low key, But anyway, yeah, I forgot about my back camera there.
And we were just talking about that the other day when I made a video that I don't know what it was, and I'll explain this on live, right? Because we weren't live when me and CJ were just talking about it, but I was doing a video, and there was somebody that used to be in our community that's no longer here.
Little fucker saw me.
CJ and I were talking about this person on the phone. I knew I was recording a video, but I was kind of like waiting for the game to load up or something. So while I was waiting for the game to load up, I was listening to CJ's message through Messenger, and then I responded to him. And for some reason, when I would switch my source, my scene from desktop to in-game,
leave it off for now.
it would show my camera. My
Hey,
camera on me
doing?
would pop on real quick for like 3 seconds. And it did that. And I'm sitting there in my drawers, my wife beater, fucking cigarette hanging out of my mouth.
Oh, jeez.
I remember that.
And I didn't know that. And I posted that video with that image in it and with me talking to CJ. It wasn't nothing bad that we were saying about this kid. It was just, and take care, Big Jess. But Paul G, it was Paul G that hit me up and was like, "Dude, you might want to take that video down like ASAP. Like there's
smoking the drugs,
do not want people to." So I had to snatch it down. But
you should have just left it up. I mean, you're only human, man.
Gosh, I know.
People on YouTube. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to sidetrack us here, but and Jeffrey, you may have seen this. CJ Cookies. The more relaxed you are on YouTube when you make content, tutorial wise, stream wise, video wise, doesn't matter. The more relaxed you are, and sometimes if you're just straight to the point and you seem kind of frustrated, you're like, I'm just gonna do this. Those are the ones that get better views.
Yeah.
When you're yourself and you're not trying to put on this, media
show.
This media, a commentary over it, and so those are the ones that do better. Yeah, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
Gamer Alpha from my chat had a question, which I always think is a good question.
All right, there, Connor.
He said,
okay, I'm gonna get to your question there. Let's see if he's still in
I'm in the
chat
modding
here.
scene and want to start to do LSP4 live patrols on YouTube, and would like some advice on starting live stream. But he said he's the quiet type.
You can't be quiet.
So yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't be. You have to be able to talk to your
Evan
audience.
Schultz, are you still here? I'm gonna answer your question, man.
They want to hear you speak. But what do you guys think about, like, what y'all's tips on stuff like that?
I'll let you go first there. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what, guys. I'm gonna steer this in an odd way. Cookies. I'm gonna ask you or have you answer that one first, because Cookies has come a long way.
Yeah,
when he first started. When did you start, Cookies? You were like 13 years old, right? 13 or 14 years old. He's come a long way, guys. I mean, you look at some of his early content and the way he used to talk and the way he used to do things. He's changed so much. So go ahead, Cookies. I'm gonna let you answer first.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really no.
Hey, Deputy Baron, good to see you, man.
Reason for me doing it. It's my whole memo was just do it. What's the consequence, which is really nothing. Just do it. After you do it, for a couple of times, then you're like, oh, this isn't too bad.
Yeah.
I can't remember the first time that I did it, and you're gonna
Thank
be
you,
nervous,
Jed. I saw that. Sending European electricity your way.
Any
share packs you'd recommend?
Jeffrey was.
Blue options.
I'm sure even Benzo probably was. You're gonna be
I'll have to think about that.
First of all, show your face.
Samuel plays.
Second of all, even your voice. That's really the first thing that's
I'll
gonna
try to.
happen.
I'll maybe I'll
is your
pose
voice
that question
on,
for
and
you,
that's the
Samuel.
first thing you got to be comfortable
So we can
with.
put our heads together for that.
But I mean, really, my
Dead or
memo
Die's
would
got
just
some good
do it.
ones.
Just breaking out of that
really-
shell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
I
it's gonna
agree.
be hard. I know how hard it is because it was hard for me, but just do it.
Okay,
That's,
Evan.
that's really all I can say is just
I still get
go out there and
nervous.
do it.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I
still
do
get nervous
too.
before I go live, sometimes it's pretty crazy. And what Cook said, I
That's
kind
a
of
good.
put
That's
that
a good
with
one there, Judd.
being LEO with SLRP. It was the first time you apply and you go on your ride along.
Oh,
and then
good
you're by
share
yourself.
packs. Maybe some
It
all
was weird.
blues,
I was
Judd.
so fucking scared, like it was a real fucking job.
Yeah, I'll see you there, Evan.
And now it's
Good one, buns.
second nature. So yeah,
Chad.
like Cook said, that would probably be my same advice, is just for somebody that says that they're quiet and
Mm-hmm.
drawn back. I would say just break out of that shell. You just break out and just do it. Be yourself. Don't oversell it like Benzo was talking about. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Just-
Just be yourself, man.
enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. I think that's important too. Somebody that just comes on here to do it as a fucking job and they're looking to just get it done and get it over with so they can just, what I think, I don't know.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
think
and if
you
you're
have to
going
enjoy
into it for the money, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. This is something that you have to absolutely love doing. You have to love getting up every day
Hey, Connor.
and getting on your PC and recording content. You have to love going to bed at night knowing that your brain is not going to slow down even when you're asleep, knowing that you think, sleep, eat, and crap
the effects.
whatever
Connor.
it is that you're live streaming.
that's a
You
good
know what I mean?
idea,
Like
Connor.
for me, man, from the time that I wake up in the morning to the time I go to bed at night, I'm thinking about what kind of video can I do on LSPFR? What kind of video can I do on CJ Farms next? Whose farm am I going to get to next? What kind of tour can I put out? What kind of patrol? You have to eat, breathe, and sleep. And the one main thing about live streaming for me that I found out just recently is that people like it when you talk to them, but when you start progressing in your career on YouTube and you start getting other equipment, like for me, one of my main pieces of equipment that I use in my live streaming is my stream decks. Okay, so like a lot of my sounds that I have for my members when they come in, and hyping up the chat. When you get people to come to your chat and say, everybody smash that like button, you got to get the chat hype. They've got to be
Smash
just as
this
hyped
like
up the
button,
live
guys.
stream
Come on.
as you are. They got to be just as excited about being there as you do. So you just kind of got to keep in mind, man, that you want to always try your best to recognize everybody. And no matter how big you get, you always want to try to recognize that, because eventually it's going to get to the point to where you can't recognize everybody. So it's kind of my advice. Be consistent in it, man. Stay consistent.
What about you, Mike Benzo?
No, that's my name. I told Jeffrey,
Okay.
I said, anytime
I'm just so used to saying
he
Benzo
DMs
that
me,
when I
just
say
call me
Mike,
Mike. Yeah, so I responded to Mike. Yeah, that's my name. So, I would say it took me a while. When I got into doing LSPDFR, if I'm making content, there was a lot of quiet moments. Especially looking or searching for things to say when you're going to a call that is about 3 to 4 minutes away. You can't have that 3 to 4 minute dead air. Sometimes it's a good thing to have it, but most of the time you got to fill that dead air. And even still to this day, I have a little trouble filling time with that dead air. So that's why you'll hear me say, looks like it's over to the right. Okay, we're going to take a right here. You know what I mean? It's pretty obvious we're going to take it right. But why do you have to talk about it? Well, I'm just thinking of things to talk about, But I'd say the biggest thing is when you're doing YouTube is probably filling in dead air. And that's what I've heard a lot of people say is, I don't know what to say, But if you understand the mods, the way the mods work, I cannot remember his name for the life of me, but I've seen his YouTube videos as well, doing LSPDFR, and he pro plays it out to the point where he's puts himself like in the game, and he asks questions to the civilian, and he mastered the menus really good, better than me. And he's asking the questions, and he already knows where their answer is going to be, or I'm sorry, the next question is, and then you read out their answer, as you're talking. That's a good way to fill in the dead air anyway, when you're on scene, Yeah. And then, just genuinely try to enjoy the gameplay, genuinely try to immerse yourself enough that maybe you get it. A lot of people, YouTube viewers, love this, is when they see genuine reactions out of you. They can tell by your voice. if it's something that surprises you, like it's something if a pet pulls out a gun, you know,
or jumps in a car while you're towing it with
Yeah,
a police tow truck.
exactly. Yeah. And
I saw that
yeah,
video.
that was an old video, and I could have done that so much better nowadays. That was, I don't know, 3 years old, something like that. The original was, you know, and nowadays the new me would be, you know, I probably would have tortured him with a Molotov cocktail or something, you know. But you know, it is fun, you know, to do that kind of stuff. But it's mainly just trying to be yourself, and then if you're live streaming, even though I'm doing a poor job right now, is still come back and look over at your chat and communicate with the chat. But I'm going to give you even a bigger advice that I took when I first started doing live streaming. Okay, is you have to pretend that nobody. I'm sorry, strike that. You have to pretend like you are live streaming in front of 100 people, even if there's only one person in,
Yes.
you know, in there, and you can see how many people are in there. It's probably best to turn that off, to be honest with you. If there's a way to do that through YouTube settings, you could turn off how many people are watching you, and don't look at that. Pretend like you are live streaming in front of 100 people, and that way it may take the weight off your shoulders when you're doing it, but also it makes you stimulating and fun to watch. If you're over on Twitch or even on YouTube, because when you have people pop in to see you, their first impression is probably the first 10 or 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not talking at all, there's no talking. You're just playing the game just to play, no commentary.
They're gonna hit that X button.
They're gonna
quick.
hit the X button. They're gonna move on to the next person. So
Yeah.
you know, it's best if you can even say something every now and then, like what you're planning to do, you know. And in microphones and stuff like this, these come way later. Okay. You know, and even the Blue Yeti, like Cookies has, I had to save up money for that one. The Blue Yeti is a really, really good mic.
It is.
Yeah, I went back and watched some of my old videos that I had with the Blue Yeti. I was like, damn, actually it sounds pretty good. I was surprised.
Yeah, they do.
And then a lot of people don't know this. If you're live streaming through OBS, there's a lot of settings you could do, a lot of filters you can do, cut out background noise, cut out, you know, noise compression, all this other stuff. I didn't even know until I got into streaming for over a year. I'm like, oh, I didn't know I could make my Blue Yeti sound professional. But you learn this stuff, you know.
The Yeti is the best bang for your buck.
It's great.
Man. Like 100%.
Yep. And it picks up a lot of background noise, and Cookies knows this. So he's probably already got his settings. You can't hear it right now, but he's got his settings down for its noise suppression, you know, background noise, parents talking in the other room, no matter how much. For me,
reverb,
it's my,
if you put something, mine used to hear, like if I set something on my desk, you would hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it cuts out all that little static.
Yeah,
you know?
that Yeti mic will pick up a nap fart, man.
I can show you. You'll
I cover with duct tape. Treat you.
Probably heard that, right?
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh, you didn't hear that? Really?
Okay, I'm gonna look at chat real fast. So you guys are talking.
42 minutes ago, I did hear that.
I'm
When I first got the Yeti mic, man, it like when you first get it, just when you get it and you plug it up.
Hey, that's true, Jed.
And you start talking into it, it will pick up literally everything inside the room
that's
that
good to
you're
be
in,
honest
and even
there,
on the other
Brett.
side of the wall. Like Yeti mics will pick up a nap fart.
You know about
they're really
not
good
wanting to
high
stream on
quality
YouTube, that's
mics.
perfectly
And
fine,
if you
man.
use something maybe like Audacity is a good program to use for you know, the vocal part of your videos. It's a good little which I learned about Audacity through you, Benzo. I remember you talking about it.
Oh man,
ages ago, man.
I used Audacity, guys. Such a lifesaver, that damn program.
It
and
is.
you know, I need to actually make another tutorial on how to really tweak it good. But yeah, Cookies could use that with the Blue Yeti. Anybody could use it with any microphone, even a Turtle Beach headset. Doesn't matter. You could record separate audio on a separate track, upload it, you know, or you know, import it into Audacity, cut out all the background noise, the static or that little hum that you get on some mics. You can cut that out really easy. And then also you can take a cheap microphone, make it sound somewhat, you know, professional, cut out these really high peaks, these you know, that distort your voice. You can do that through Audacity. It makes it so much cleaner. And then you just import it into your editing software and it sounds really good. I did that for like 5 years, guys. So something to think about.
Yeah. And do you ever have just like CJ said, you've inspired him with that. You inspired me with Broadcastify. I will never do another patrol
Yeah.
without using Broadcastify. Is there anybody that inspires you? Like, has anybody ever inspired you to change something up in your videos, or use something in your videos, or remove something from your videos? Does that still happen to somebody that's, you know,
Yeah.
got it? And I'm not trying to sit here and make you seem like you're 100,000 subscribers. You don't need
Yeah.
anybody's
No,
help.
yeah,
I'm not trying
I
to
need
say- I'm
help,
just
man.
saying-
Trust me, I
Yeah,
always
we all
need help.
Yeah, we all need
I always
help.
need help. Sean, I've looked to Sean a lot of times. My buddy Sean, he goes by socials, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's always in my chat. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's given me some good pointers, and a lot of people that, and sometimes I'm going to be honest, I wear my feelings on my sleeve when I talk to, you know, when I'm talking in chat, or I should say comments on YouTube videos. And like when I was doing the little partner episodes, right? I did that for over a year, and I thought it'd be a really cool idea, and it still is a good idea, is to get, you know, the YouTube viewers involved, and just when they post a comment, I do a random comment picker, and I pick out my next partner name. And I made a mistake with that, and it cost me a lot of views, a lot of subscribers, because I was making it way too drawn out at the very start of the video. I'd spend, you know, 4 minutes on that, you know, talking about the car pack, talking about what we're going to do, talking about the partner, thanking everybody for commenting, all this other stuff. And I love people that comment, but what was happening is people were not getting picked as a partner. And I love you guys in chat, but you also know I'm very honest. That's why you come and watch me. YouTube viewers, like I said, I love you guys in chat. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the other YouTube viewers that are not watching me right now, are little assholes, okay? I'm just being honest. Little effing assholes. Oh, he didn't pick me to be partner. I'm exiting off now. Fuck this, downvote. I'm gone. Little dipshits, man. And it used to piss me off so bad. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing a partner patrol for a long time. You know, I'm not.
But
I'm
it's
done,
an
you know.
automatic thing, though, right? Like you
Chad.
click it, and it automatically picks the partner. Like
I
you
wanted
have no
to,
control
Jez,
over
a
that, right?
random
Like it
comment
picks it for
picker,
you.
Yeah,
man.
they don't give a shit about that.
Because see, in all reality, they think that we do it. And when you get a program like that where it automatically picks it for you,
Yeah, I had no
you
control.
have no control over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Angel
people.
Said, damn, why do you call me an asshole?
It's cool though, man. That little thing, I don't know what is it you use for that, but that's pretty cool how it scrolls to the names.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
then
just
stops on somebody's name. It's so cool.
Yeah, I'll send you the link for it. And it's fun to do maybe every once in a while. Just maybe every patrol, like I was doing every patrol, bros. And it was
maybe a members only. You know, if you have a
you could do
members
that.
only video,
Yeah, that's
you
a
know
good
what I mean?
idea. There you go. Right there. That's a good idea.
I tried getting Dangle's name in there a couple times, but it just didn't. It didn't.
That would have been funny. Benzo rolling with Officer Dangle or Deputy Dangle.
See, that's the thing too. I really wanted it to land on Jeffrey, because I had a plan for that.
Did you?
Yes, I did. And maybe it'll happen in the future. I don't know. But I don't control the YouTube gods or I should say the random comment picker. But if it landed on Jeffrey, I had a easy way to, you know, through skin control, right? I could have made Deputy Dangle easy.
Yes.
And I could have done his voice and the whole thing, you know.
Skin Control is an awesome program. I love that.
I would just do it. Just do it now.
Man. I love it.
Yeah, Nick,
just
partner.
pay homage to Dangle and just fucking make a video.
Yeah, one day
I never thought Dangle would take off as much as it takes off, but people absolutely fucking.
And I'm gonna be honest with you too. I'm gonna call myself out here. There was a YouTube short and that's out there from I forgot. It wasn't too long ago. It was a recent YouTube video on LSPDFR, and I took the idea. Okay, let's be honest. I stole the idea from Jeffrey. Okay, and that is conversations. Between
first off, that is an honor. Okay, so
yeah, no, I'm being honest here, you know, but I was like, I like that, you know, and you could do it in post-production easier. And Jeffrey knows this, you know, post-production easier. You could pretend like you're the other person, but change your voice, you know, obviously. Mm-hmm. And I did that for the YouTube short of the AI or the local, rather, you know, if we want to call it that.
At the bar, the liquor store.
Yeah, the ammunition.
Ammunition.
Thing, yeah.
Yes.
So I did that voice post edit, and it turned out decent. And had so many people think that it was 5M.
Yeah, I get that all the time. People come in the comments all the time, and it kind of goes by what you were just
Exactly,
talking
Mike.
about with
Thank you, Mike, for
filling
that.
that
Don't know,
dead
man.
air. Like I don't, I know what the call out packs and all that the devs put in the fuck's the word I'm looking for, the words, the
Manuel.
phrases and shit down below at the
Manuel,
bottom of the screen. I don't even read off of those anymore. I just kind of add my own, stuff in, you know what I mean? So, but I'm honored. If
Yeah,
stolen,
I was
inspired,
inspired.
I don't
I was
give a
inspired
shit.
for that. Yeah, I was inspired for that for sure. I was like, I'm taking that idea. I should have given you credit in the video or whatever, but
Oh nah,
it,
dude, never.
it was a lot of fun making that, and post edit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I talk, y'all guys know how to do it. I talk to myself, when I'm doing this stuff, and
Yeah, we all do. Yeah.
I'll ask a question, and I don't go through the answers sometimes. I just answer for them. Like, like for example, in that video, I said something like, "Next time, don't clean a firearm when it's loaded." And then I paused for a second, and I said, "We already knew that. Then why'd you do it?" Then I walk off. But the post edit, I was like, "Oh, I got to add that in. I got to add why he did that." Being a little smart ass or country bunk,
And that's the hard part is
fun.
If you don't go back and edit that video right after
Jed's
you
on his
record
way.
it, you forget everything that you said. Like I do the same thing with Dangle and Deborah. Like the Deborah and Dangle video with them in the woods, I was controlling Deborah. All of Dangle's voices were edited in afterwards. So, but I waited a day to do it. So when I went back to edit in Dangle's voice, I had already forgotten the shit that Deborah had said. So I had to literally sit there and watch it scene by scene by scene. Whereas if I had did it right afterwards, I would have remembered that Deborah was going to come back with a follow-up question. She was upset about this, and I could work that in with Dangle. So yeah, it does, when you start adding it into like these 20-25 minute patrols, it takes a little bit of time to get that post-editing voices and stuff like that. But you said, people start asking you, how do you get your people to talk? Is this 5M and this and that? And it is a pretty cool. Nick Fulton, what's up, Nick? It is a pretty cool element, though.
Chase Eagle.
That is a pretty cool
Yeah,
element.
it is actually. You made a good point, Jeffrey. It takes a long time to edit that. I'm not gonna lie, but that's a good way to fill in dead air right there.
Yeah. I don't even read the words that the devs put in each call out, because some of them are pretty. You did a review on a call out pack that, and like you said, you're very honest, and I was thinking it before I saw your video. I didn't do a review on this person's call out pack, but for some reason, every call out, the person was in the middle of the road. And it would start off with you walking up to that person and being like, "Hey, what are you doing in the middle of the road?" And this person's response was, "Whatever the fuck I want, get out of my fucking face, you fucking pig." And it's like, whoa, like every call out had that same,
that's good, Trichian.
Response. So that's why I don't pay those no attention. And I just throw in my own, where are you coming from? And then you got ones that say wherever the hell I want, or from hell, or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll just add my own. I was at the drugstore picking up some cough medicine, got a kid at home, just whatever,
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Very repetitive too.
Yeah, they are. And you can go and change them, but it's just a hassle,
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
It really is. I cannot believe 2 hours already flew by. Can y'all believe that?
Yeah. Hey, I got a question, and I apologize. We are going to. He asked me this. His name's Evan Schultz. So Evan Schultz, he donated and asked the question, and I was trying to figure out a way to get it into this Q&A type stuff. Mm-hmm. And so it's a fairly easy question. He was wanting to know how to get his sirens, and I'm trying to find it, but I do believe it's his sirens activated in code 3, I do believe. And I'm assuming he's talking about after you get the code 3 lighting on, or how to activate the sirens and keep them on, So there's a couple ways to do that. Mouse and keyboard, obviously it's the easiest way. You can, Alt plus J to get to full stage 3 lighting, or you could just press, press the J key 3 times to get stage 3 lighting. and then you just cycle through your sirens. The stage 3 lighting, especially a mouse and keyboard Alt plus J, does not activate the sirens immediately. So you could do 1, 2, 3, 4 on your keyboard, but I have a feeling I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the controller, more than likely, if that's what I'm thinking about.
D-pad
So,
left, right?
So yeah,
D-pad left.
Yeah, so you do D-pad left, and then you can cycle through the sirens with the D-pad down.
And your secondary, you can do D-pad up.
Yeah,
so if you go to your
good point, yeah.
whale, yeah, you can hit D-pad up and go to your primary.
Yeah, and you could do that. You can D-pad up on that, and then of course you can go into stage 3 lighting with the D-pad left, and then you could just blip your siren with. Let's see, I have my controller here. Where's it at? The B. Yeah.
Yep.
Had to look at that. I'm not a controller.
I know.
I drive with this, but I don't do anything much more than that. So I drive from that.
You got the same controller I got, that Windows wireless one?
No, this is wired. Yeah, it's
wired.
I just have it disconnected. Yeah, but yeah, so you could do it through there. Hopefully, he's still listening right now. I apologize, Evan. He asked that question about 45 minutes ago, so he may not be here. But if he comes back in, hopefully I'll talk to him again about it. But that is how you do that. So it's a lot easier with the ELS, to do that.
Yep. And like Doug said, in the VCF, you can change it from manual to auto.
Yep.
So that when all you got to do is hit your J key once
Austin.
or your D-pad left key once, and it'll automatically go to stage 3.
Oh, that's a good point there, Austin. That's a good one.
But I like the 3 stages. I like the manual because I like the, I like the advisories. If you're not really on a, super crazy traffic stop or anything like that, I like using the advisories. So I'm a big fan of the stage 3. We're 2 likes away from 100 likes on the stream. I think the last time we got 100 likes on a Meet the Gamer stream was when the first time Anton came on.
Yeah, come on, guys, hit the like button. Come on.
Hit over because he did his.
Do me a favor, like the button.
Remember that?
Hit the like button.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did his little like spike thing.
Hit the like button, guys. Jeffrey stream, CJ cookies. Hit the like button, guys. And I'm gonna say something too. Okay, I'm gonna say something that it's not controversial. It's just being honest, And you guys know about honesty sometimes, And I'm just going to call it like I see it, okay? Cookies would never, ever say this. He would never ask for this, okay? But, guys, you do know, I love to stream when I can, and I do work a lot and these kinds of things. But Jeffrey streams quite a bit. CJ streams, quite a bit. Cookies streams quite a bit. And I'm noticing a lot of people that love LSPDFR too, but they love SLRP. You guys are neglecting the hell out of Cookies, guys. I'll go into his chat. Me and him hung out for what about an hour, Cookies?
Yeah, it's around there.
Around an hour. He is the prime example of what I was talking about, guys. You need to pretend someone's donating. Got Spartan.
Crazy Manuel sponsored the channel.
So he's a good example of what I was talking about earlier. If you're live streaming, you have to pretend like you're live streaming in front of 100 people. And Cookies fills the dead air, no problem. And he's making good content. He's putting out a live stream. And so the people that love SLRP, if you don't see me on, you don't see Jeffrey on, get your ass in Cookies, channel. Watch him. He's only got sometimes a couple of people in there. I'm like, what the fuck, guys? Get your ass in there. I shouldn't have to tell you that. Get in there, support Cookies. He's doing that.
We're a community as a whole, man. We're a community as a whole, and everybody needs to support everybody here in this community. And I agree with that.
He's putting out, content. You get to still see what's going on behind the scenes. Make sure that you support him. Okay. So
I do the same thing. If I'm at work and y'all are on streaming, I make my rounds, between Benzo, if you're on, I'll go over to Cooks and I'll go over to Hash, and then I'll go to Dazzo, who's not even in SLRP, and Dazzo even knows it. He'll even say it like, oh, Jeffrey's making his rounds. And it's just a cycle. I'm just going in a circle to chats, and I pop back in. But I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. And all three of their channels, by the way,
this is a diamond in the rough, man.
Yeah, they're all linked down below. They're all linked down below. All the people you're seeing on the screen, their channels are there. So,
Benzo,
like I said,
I appreciate it. Got a couple people coming through right now. Chance, hello, how we doing?
yeah, make sure y'all do that, man.
I hope I didn't say that.
And
Because,
Angel, yes,
like I
and
said,
Angel,
if
of
I'm
course.
not on, by all means, I want you to, visit Cookies, and I want you to visit, CJ and Jeffrey and everything. And especially if you like SLRP, you really want to watch 5M, because a lot of people ask me, when are you doing? I really miss SLRP. I'm like, because I took a long break. And then
fucking awful. I was getting hit up every
I know.
patrol. Where's Benzo? When's Benzo
Yeah,
coming back?
I had to do that.
He's got work. I don't know, people. He's working.
And then
I don't know what to tell you.
And then if Jeffrey's not on, because he works, odd hours and stuff like that sometimes, and he streams when he can. But Cookies is in there just powering through it. And he's talking as if he's got 100 people in that chat. And I'll pop in. He's got 2 people watching. I'm like, what the fuck? Where's everybody at in here? So me and him were in there yesterday talking for like an hour, just chilling out, talking. So yeah, make sure you do that.
It was good, and he's good at what you're good at what you do, Cooks. You're good at what you do, and you're good at.
Oh my god,
you're good at being an LEO, and I don't know. I think it's you do me proud. You really do. And when I reached out to Mark and said, "Hey man, there's this kid. I know he doesn't fit the age description, but can you give him a chance?" Listen, man, you have done me so proud by showing us what you have, and
he's stuck in there, man.
Yeah,
he's stuck in there.
Yeah, I'll answer that, Treachy.
You do interviews, you do perm sessions and stuff like that. So, you do a lot. And I agree with Benzo, 100%, %1,000,000%. I agree with Benzo with what he's saying.
Might be Leo one day. I might be Leo one day.
Bill, Cookies is right there, top right-hand side. Raise your hand, Cooks.
Hey guys, hello.
That's Cooks right there. He is linked down below, as well as CJ, as well as Benzo.
And we watched Cookies grow up. It's a nice
It's
like a little adopted son.
We remember before
his voice is getting deeper too. Okay, I'm just saying.
It's really funny that you say that, because today when everyone was doing their intro, mine was rolling to Meet the Gamers, and you can just look okay, my setup was over there, then it was over there, then it was over there.
Jed.
And I just look totally different. It's cringy. It really is, to be honest with you.
You should have heard my voice when I first started doing LSPDFR and stuff like that.
Oof.
So I was
just
asleep,
posted my
bro.
first video.
Oh my god. You don't want to watch my first one. I feel like maybe I was on a bunch of benzodiazepines or something. I don't know.
I think I'm pretty sure I've watched your first video, Benzo.
CJ.
I think I have.
It's
yeah.
embarrassing as shit.
Yeah.
I appreciate everyone just came out. They got 7 people.
Hey, another thing to give Cookie some credit to, he was showing me this really cool laptop that he has on as an overlay when he's doing 5M. And most of the time, like myself anyway, I just have the CAD system pulled up, right? He's got it built into a Windows capture of an actual laptop on the screen that looks like a computer, inside his car. And then when he's out on foot, it looks like a tablet, and it's the actual SLRP.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Sonora CAD built into that. So you got to check it out. I was like, that's impressive. It's pretty cool. I was asking him questions about it, and I told him I'm not still that idea, Cookies. Of course, I'd still give him credit. I'll give him definite credit, because that's where I'd get the idea from. He has to teach me how to do that.
And it really wasn't that hard to set up either. JT, what's up, man? How we doing?
Is it something you did through your OBS, Cooks?
Yeah, it's all done through OBS.
Yeah.
I never even thought of that. I was like, that's a damn good idea.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff that you can do with Streamlabs and OBS is insane, man.
Really,
the
Brett?
sky's the limit with it, man.
You could put your own stickers on it and shit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cookies.
Cookies,
come here.
GG stickers or Benzo or Cookies.
Over here.
I mean,
Eat Brett, bite Brett.
Stream decks are wonderful with that as well.
They are.
If I could add something,
I love Stream Deck.
I'm able to have everything.
Me too. My spike strip macro.
Oh God, Ethan, don't do that. Don't do that, Ethan.
So much easier to just hit
so
that button.
Embarrassing, man. Don't do that.
3 lanes of spikes.
It's not like I'm drunk.
Too bad you can't pull them all back in from the same spot, or can you?
No, I think you have to.
You have to
considered,
go walk and hit E, right?
Yeah,
because it's a prop.
G, I think it is. And
is
so,
it G?
well, hold on. You may be right though.
I think E lifts up your barriers and shit.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I have to think about that. Yeah, I think it might be E. But yeah, that would be nice to set it out. Be 3 lanes of traffic, and then push one button to do that, but you have to run across
Just bring them all. But
and
yeah,
just hope you don't get hit by a car.
yeah, Mark almost hit me. My first time ever doing it. Mark almost hit me, and G lifts them up.
Ethan, don't do that.
But can you lift them up from the side of the road, or do you have to go and walk and lift them all up, Doug? Jedediah, I appreciate the subscription there, man. Welcome to the channel, Jedediah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of yeah. Where in the fuck is Doug? Doug is not even in my chat. I see how it is, Doug.
Right.
Hi, bro. Hell, man.
This
Get
is
your
a
ass
fake.
in
This
here.
is a fake Doug.
I don't even see you in here.
Oh,
Does he?
God,
Oh, is it a
that
fake
just
Doug?
clicked on me.
Hold on a second. Is it?
That just clicked on me.
What?
Is it fake Doug?
No, it's.
I had.
Okay, because I've got Doug moderator. He get his ass over here, neglecting me over
He
here.
says you can do it on the side of the road. That's how he does it. He said G will lift them up from the side of the road.
But is there a way to lay out more than one? Because I'll usually just do one.
The macro you gave me,
yeah,
lays out 3 of them.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I think it was G. Yeah, you just press G. It should pick them all up then. Yeah.
From the side of the road without having to run out to the road.
Yeah, I believe it does.
Supposedly,
That's
yes.
awesome. I didn't know that.
And I'm kind of embarrassed. I've only gotten one good spike. That's all I've got.
I've only got one, and I only
see
had
you,
the
Doug.
opportunity to do one. It was with Chris Vroman underneath the tunnel.
There you are,
by,
bro.
St. Kudo
Hey,
on
Doug,
GOH.
man.
Welcome, Mr. White. Jedediah, thank you so much for coming over and subscribing. I did not know that G lifts him up from the side of the road. That is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, another one I don't talk about it very much is actually Doug 1637. He's been around. He's been doing Ellis pretty far. He started YouTube before I did, and he's a workaholic. He does a lot of work, and so he tries to make videos when he can. He tries to live stream when he can, but when he does make video, he pulls in the viewers. I'm telling you, he really does. And he makes really good content. People love to watch Doug. And I think it's because of his blunt nature.
Yes,
and
they love the rawness.
He's very informative.
He's got no filter.
And he's also, what I like about Doug too, is that he'll start his kind of his own jurisdictions, police department, same vehicles, but I mean, not same vehicles, but different vehicles, different jurisdictions, different uniforms. I mean, he's on point with all that. I don't have time for that, to be honest, but he's making his own city, if you will. It's kind of cool. I like it.
Yeah, he sent me a few of those screenshots, and he made me a vehicle texture pack for my local
Harry Potter over here.
My town's police liveries. He made me a pack, and he's
you do too,
really
Doug.
that Marek Soler. Thank you for.
You got a lot of jurisdiction stuff set up, a lot of vehicles.
With the I don't know why I'm having brain farts today. I'm just not feeling good. At the risk of not having to pay the guys overtime, they're in the chat like, are we getting paid overtime for being over the show? For past 7 o'clock. Oh man. All right, whose turn is CJ? I think it's CJ, right? I did it last week.
Oh god, do I have to do it this time?
Yeah, it's either you or Cooks. I did it last time, so
yeah, I'll do it, man. I'll do it.
It's first off,
I still got to take the kids and get ice cream, and then I got to come back and do a video. So I'm just not feeling good today.
Doug, you should stick with it, man. I don't care what people think, man. I enjoyed it.
To Benzo, thanks for being on the show again, and congratulations on your 100K. You continue,
yeah, man.
You continue to inspire people. You've inspired me in so many ways, more than you'll ever know. I
appreciate that, man.
I have taken a few key aspects my end screen.
I'll try to answer that.
I'll put on my videos with the music, and I use the same music and the same end screen. That was inspired by you, just having like a nice blue screen with your Benzo logo. Me doing that was just from watching your videos. Like, I fucking like that. So I was inspired to do that by you. So, but I want to say congratulations, man. You've earned it. You deserve it. And I'm very honored to be able to talk to you personally and work side by side with you in SLRP. So congratulations on your.
Hey, I appreciate that, man.
Brother.
I was saying, it was a grind. Doug 1637 of all people, like I said, he started before I did. And, I had the luxury of being able to put out content, a lot of content, a lot of grinding and shit. Doug knows, and Jeffrey, CJ, Cooks. It's a lot of effort to edit a 25-minute video,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to call anybody out here. Don't take this as being negative, okay? And please, in chat, don't talk anything negative about this. But like Polecat, okay? I don't want to get into all that, but one good thing about Polecat is that he puts out the content, right, all the fucking time, and he has the like, I don't really care what the editing looks like, he's kind of built that up and he just puts it out there,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
It's hard to get momentum like that. And all I'm going to say is sometimes negative press is not always a bad thing with YouTube. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate that that's the way it is. But it's hard to get that momentum going on YouTube, and to get YouTube to, put out your videos, it really is. And I've learned a lot about YouTube over the years. And I will tell you, I'll give you all a little bit of advice. The first 15 to 30 seconds of a video, do not release the F-bomb. Don't release the S-bomb anymore. You can't say the word shit. Okay. You can say the ass and you can say damn. Those are the two acceptable ones that you can say in a YouTube short, and you can say it on a YouTube video. It doesn't matter. But later on, if you're dropping the F-bomb, it's not as bad with YouTube, believe it or not. And there's been lots of videos that had the S word, the F word at the first 15 seconds of the video, and it hurt me. I didn't know that. And YouTube will not recommend that. They may not even demonetize your video. They'll just flat out, you'll notice it won't get as many views.
Right.
It's hard, but if you keep the editing down to a minimal and make the videos, more, maybe between 15 minutes at the low end and no more than 24 or 25 minutes on the high end. Don't go over that. Steve the Gamer, Polecat, Jeff Fabiano, they can get away with 45, 50-minute videos. People will tune in for that. They got millions of subscribers. Lower end subscribers, if you do that, it's going to hurt you right away. People see how long the video is, they'll click off. But if you got something 16 to 25 minutes, they will tune in for that. And like I said, a little pro tip here, like I said, and Jeffrey does it too. I took a lead from Jeff Fabiano, is take an interesting part of your clip of your video, make it no less than 5 seconds if you can, stick it at the front of your intro, guys. The front of your intro, snag people's attention a little bit, because people may want to go, what the hell? When did that happen in the video?
Right.
Your YouTube intro should be no more than 8 seconds. My first YouTube intro that I thought was badass, all these flash effects, you can go back and watch it if you guys want, 28 seconds. That's what hurt me in the beginning. That's what hurt. People don't have time for that. YouTube viewers have attention span of a fucking gnat. Okay? They don't care. I'm being serious. They don't care. And I'm a YouTube viewer. Sometimes if I don't get, I'm looking for something. If I don't get the answer in the first, or at least something that I know I'm going to get the answer in the first 10 seconds of a video, I'm off.
Right.
Now,
same here. Yeah.
Entertainment videos, unless you have constant jump cuts, non-stop humor and laughter. Oh, sorry.
Oh, did he mute? I think he muted.
I think he actually muted, yeah.
One sec.
I've actually yelled at myself in watching my own tutorials. I would go back and what some of my earlier ones that were like 30 minutes. I would
Come on already.
I swear to God, I'd like, Jesus, Jeff, at what point in this video am I trying to look for it, man? Like, I swear to God, I've done that.
Sorry about that. Okay, let's get back to 1 sec. Hold on. I got cookies on my full screen right now.
Talking about serious chat.
I think he's talking to his chat. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Did Angel and them cut him off? Did they cut him off? Is that what?
Oh, geez. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. I got cookies on my full screen. I'm going to end with cookies, but on full screen, I guess. But yeah, like I was saying, if you can get down to, let's make it as quick and direct and straight to the point. I've gotten a little bit better at that, and the upcoming videos you guys will see, it'll be a lot better. It will go directly to, you know, action as much as possible, and you guys will see a big difference over the next probably 3 or 4 months. A big change in the YouTube channel, you know.
I was inspired by you with that, putting a clip of the patrol at the beginning of my video. When I first seen you do that, I was like, oh, because it really does draw the attention. Like if you've got a piece of your video where it's like really kind of action packed or right before the action takes place, and it's something that's building up the momentum, and you're going to keep the audience curious about what's going to happen next after that clip, then you can put that beginning of your video, man, and you've got their attention, and they're going to more than likely watch your video. I always try to keep my videos at least no more than 20 minutes long. No more than 20 minutes long, unless I'm doing like a full install LSPVR tutorial that ends up being 5 hours long.
Thank you there, Sensational.
Right.
And people still watch it. They'll watch that every time, man. They'll watch it every time. I already had people ask if I'm going to do one for 2023, and I told them I would. So I'm going to. It'll be a long procedure, but it takes me, man, so long to do those videos. Like it takes. They don't realize a lot of viewers don't realize it takes twice as long for us to record and edit and export and upload the videos than it does for them to actually watch it. So if they're watching a 4-hour video,
Who said that?
it's taking us, you multiply that by 5 sometimes. That's how long it's taken us to
Thank you,
put
Cookies.
those videos together, so.
Especially if they're
Thank you,
Rockstar
Cookies.
edited.
Yeah, I know I know that last one I did on the full install tutorial, man, I think I spent 18 hours putting that video together. It was no joke.
Thank you,
it was
Austin.
no joke. I mean, a lot of sleepless nights I stayed up. Because you can see on the time frames in the video on my clock at the corner of my
take
PC.
care, John.
You can
Have a
see
good one,
one day
man.
where I'm doing it like 10 o'clock in the morning, then one
Thank
night
you,
I'm doing it
John.
like 3 o'clock in the morning, the time change front, the time frame changes and the video from the edits and all that. So
Exactly, Jed.
but
So
yeah, it's a good point,
it's a long
man.
time, man.
It is, man. It is. I thought about doing a live one like Benzo did. Benzo did a live one. I thought about doing a live one.
Oh, like a full install?
Yeah, I thought about doing it live.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor. Download everything prior to. Make yourself a document cheat sheet and download everything already, like, and put it in a folder, whatever. Yeah, because that's where I kind of failed on the first one, I think. And then I was trying to explain too much, instead of going through. Because if you explain every little thing, CJ, holy shit, man, it's going to be over 5 hours easy.
Man, absolutely.
Yeah, and don't take offense if no one's really answering your questions. Okay, does anybody want to see this? And if no one responds, don't take offense to that. It used to piss me off. I was like, no one's even watching,
Yeah.
But then again, I was live streaming for 4 hours and they watched me install a damn mods folder. So it's, kind of drawn out, a little bit too drawn out.
I did it live once, I believe, and I had all my folders on my desk, like everything in files, like my main install files, my base mods, then plugins, callouts, OpenIV modifications. I had everything in order because it is so much. And yeah, if you go into deep detail, when I first started, like I'll tell them how to locate the main game directory because I think that's a very important aspect of it. And then once we get outside that, we'll start kind of speeding the process up a bit.
Like 5 minute installs on a bet is what Angel or JT just said. Benzo did a 5-minute tutorial on a bet. I remember that.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. I loved making.
It was close.
Yeah, I think it's like $50, something like that. But yeah, it was pretty good. I love doing that video and making money too at the same time, because he bet me I couldn't do that, and I got it done. I got it done, and I even got it went in and I think what did I do? I think I upgraded LSPFR or I downloaded LSPFR, and then script took, and then I had the mods already installed, but I had to go. He said I couldn't do it in 5 minutes, so I did that, and then I got into the game, and then I realized, oh shit, I just installed LSPFR. I haven't made a police character yet. So I had to go there, make a police character real fast, get in, load the mods, and and I was able to do it just under 5 minutes. So it was nice.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nice.
And that's speeding it along pretty quick.
Oh
too.
yeah.
That's getting it and getting it done.
And I could probably install like a full install without talking. I'm not trying to brag, but I could probably get it done in maybe an hour, tops, 45 minutes to an hour. That's
But
with
now what do you mean full
everything.
install?
I mean, the
What's
entire
everything?
mods folder, like every car, every plugin, every script, everything within an hour, easy.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I could. I'll take that up.
I don't have any money to bet you though.
I
Wait,
will.
I do. I got $5. Nick's just donated $5.
I could. I'll start it off and then I'll turn off my microphone so I'm not tempted to talk, and then I'll just do it.
Just go.
That's a good idea. I may just do that. I had one real quick question. I know we're about to get off here in a second. I promised to reach in. He is been with me for a long time. He asked how we all met, type of thing. So I will, I think most of you already know how we met or how y'all have heard of me, obviously, the ones that are on the panel here, but maybe like, Jeffrey and CJ, I'm not sure how you guys met, how Cookies met Jeffrey. You know what I mean? So one of y'all can start real fast.
Jeffrey met like this right here, Meet the Gamers. This is where it all started.
Yeah,
Meet the Gamers.
Jeffrey,
I don't know. You tell the story because you had somebody reach out to me. I can't remember who it was.
It was True Uprising. It was True.
Yes, that's who it was. Yeah,
it was True Uprising because I guess he talked to you, and I knew CJ from learning LSPDFR tutorials.
Sure
from
did.
All of his tutorials, and then I came up with the idea for Meet the Gamers because COVID had hit and everybody.
There you go, Austin.
Zoom meetings and stuff.
Hey, that's a good idea,
so
Austin.
I thought it would be cool to have Meet the Gamers.
Can you imagine that, Austin?
You have gamers.
An OIV for
but it was
everything.
never meant to have guests.
Everything.
Like Benzo and Anton and Goham and everybody we've had on. It was never meant to have guests. It always started off.
That'd be so cool.
It was going to be me, CJ, Captain Horn, and True Uprising. And it was just the four of us on a weekly basis. Just chit chatting, and then shit happened with True, and shit happened with Cap, and
I do.
That's when we brought Cookies on, and we were like,
sometimes I like to press
cool if we had
one time for the traffic advisories.
Was actually like our third, fourth guest.
Top 5. He was in the top 5. Yeah.
And I remember I threw up the first time, Benzo. I always
Benzo, did I not tell you that last night?
Yeah,
guys. I mean, y'all know me now.
I was so nervous that I got
I'm just
sick.
a guy.
I didn't today. So
that's good. See, that's a good progress.
Yeah,
it's a good progress. Probably working with me on the server.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just a guy, man.
Yeah, that's kind of how me and Jeffrey met. Was just through Meet the Gamers, and we had this. We kind of
a little bit. Jasmine, yeah, I do.
Before you know it, we were talking
hours.
on Messenger about what we were going to do the next week on the show, and then before you know, we were talking on Messenger every day about just everyday life, and then we became.
I'll take a look at that, Jen.
Best friends, man. Like Jeffrey's my best friend.
Car pack, long time.
We talk literally every day, man. We have for like the last 3 years, almost the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So,
you know what this is.
And Cookies, he and I met. I was live streaming Gears of War one night, Gears of War 4 with my wife, actually. She was playing with me one night. It was one of my first live streams. And Cookies came in and asked for a shout out, and I gave it to him. And then he had asked me later on.
Benzo sponsor.
He asked me later on.
Hey, Jason.
To play some Fortnite with him. And I said, "Cool, man. Yeah, so let's play some Fortnite."
Jed, I'm into different things.
We played some Fortnite.
I like that.
That's kind of how me and Cooks met.
Awesome.
That's kind of how me and Cooks met.
Oh yeah.
And then we did the farming
Reds
live stream too.
Yeah, we did the tow truck thing. Yeah, with you.
Yeah.
Who was your friend that was with us? Pineapple, was that his name?
Yeah, Pineapple.
Intelligent Pineapple. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was so
cool. Thank you,
funny,
Jen.
man. When Jeffrey was in that harvester.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He said, "This thing's got a golf cart horn," and he went, "Bap."
They need to work on their horns in that fucking game.
They
really
do. Those horns are terrible, man.
You're driving this $400,000 John Deere truck.
Yeah, well, that's that treat.
Like, that's not. What the hell is this? Like, come on now. My God.
Oh man, we laughed so hard that day.
That's pretty much how we met, and I met Cooks through CJ essentially.
Yeah.
Kind of Cooks came on the scene right around when me and CJ started hanging, and then
I become the Three Musketeers.
Yeah, and then obviously met you through just coming to your streams, Benzo, and then I'll never forget sitting there and just hearing the police radio go off in your live streams and watching you
Yeah.
to LEO and thinking, man, that'd just be fucking great to do that. And then being able to work with you in the servers been absolutely also awesome as well.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. And yeah, you never did the Sprite challenge.
I know. I knew you were going to bring that up. I knew you were going to do that. I am going to do that.
I called him out, chat.
I know he
called
did.
him out.
He did.
Never did it.
I was hoping he wouldn't bring that back up.
It's rough, especially if you don't like Sprite. Like for me, I couldn't.
That's the thing. I do kind of like Sprite. I know I could do it, but I know it would come right after that. Since I downed it.
Yeah,
They would do that.
I did it the wrong. You didn't do it the wrong way. You
Hey,
still
Nix,
did it right.
Thank you, man.
But it was chugging the whole thing, and then trying not to burp. It's not sipping it and then
thank you,
trying
Nix.
not to burp and then sipping it. It's
Appreciate that, man.
chugging the
Yeah, glad you
whole
got in
thing
here.
within like 2 sips. You know what
2
I
or
mean?
3 sips. Yeah, you
And
got
then
to be
not
done with it.
burping. It's and I had to do it twice because I fucked up the first one, the first take. So I actually had to do it twice. The one I posted was the second one that I did, and it was
Sean.
awful.
Sure,
It
Sean.
was awful.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, whenever you're ready. Okay,
Yeah.
no pressure.
Yeah, I think I could probably manage almost, but for some reason, this is just me. Like, it had to be like really like dehydrated to do that.
What I did,
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
what I did, man.
like sweaty and just like, I just can't get enough, and you can do it. But I know it would, it would come right after that. So how much time do you have to let pass before you can say you accomplished it though? Is it like so many seconds or what?
Yeah, like a minute or two. I mean, believe me, if you can get over the first 20, 25 seconds, you've beat the challenge.
It hurts though. It hurts so bad. It hurts.
Mind over matter, but mine, I sat there for
Hey,
about
Stephen
10
Place.
seconds. I was like, I
Thanks,
think I
man.
got it. And it was right when I just got relaxed and was like, I think it all just, there was
He sounded like he was gonna puke.
Yeah.
Like
there was no, oh, here it comes, it's coming. It was just, oh, I feel good. Like it just
came out of nowhere.
Hey, thanks, man.
It was a big belch. Like it was like.
Thank you there.
Hold on, I actually have an idea.
Thank you, Stephen
Hold on
Place.
1 second.
Hey, CJ, Stephen Plays says hi.
What's up, Stephen Plays? How you doing, man?
Stephen Plays is awesome, man. He's
he is.
I like Stephen Plays. Good guy.
Yeah.
There we go. Hold on. And then we gotta.
Yeah, I've heard your name, Stephen Place.
Forgot to turn my AC on here. It's
Are you writing something down, Jeffrey? Is that what you're doing?
I am just
Chad.
While Jeffrey's doing that, I do want to say, Benzo, I really do appreciate that shout out from earlier. It really does mean a lot, especially coming from you. Everyone else that came over and did sub there, I do greatly appreciate it. It's definitely a struggle sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, but it really does. It really made my night. I can say that, and I really do appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I just call it like I see it, man. I look back at our first Meet the Gamers episode. I forgot what number that was, but you can see a big difference with Cookies. I mean, he had that green screen behind him there, and it was just like it was there. And he's trying, he's busting his ass trying, and then he's come a long way, through that. I think he was on a headset mic, and so he's got a standalone mic, desktop mic. These kinds of things. It's just little additions that he's made, and he didn't let the lack of views, the lack of getting tons of subscribers. He's still pushing forward, and it just shows that that's the kind of person that you're going to see, eventually hit the verified mark and things like that. And just unfortunately with YouTube, man, it takes time. Like I said, mine didn't come after 2 or 3 years. Like I see some other YouTubers out there, I won't mention names, but that's because they had a little push along with other people, with other bigger ones, they get in there and do 5M stuff with people that already have 2 or 3 million subscribers.
Yeah.
So I don't need to tell you that they grow fast, and then, LSPDFR is a very tight niche, community. And once you start doing that a lot, like me, Jeffrey, CJ, and Cookies, it's hard to grow like that because the bigger streamers and the bigger YouTube video producers like Steve the Gamer putting out 2 videos a day, it's hard to get recognized, you know? But just keep pushing
you really
forward.
got to push hard,
Mine
man.
was over 7 years.
The grind is real. The grind is
Hey,
very
Caleb.
real. You've come a long way, Cook, since
Hey,
that
Taco Killer, man.
since that farm sim video on how to
Hey,
turn on your
Taco.
hazards and
I
your
was talking about
beacons.
you earlier, Taco.
That's still my #1 video.
Hey,
Is
Mr.
it?
Father Patrols the other night. Glad to see
100,000
the wife and
views
welcome to our,
plus.
I
our
watched
daughter.
that now
Hopefully
about
more patrols in the
probably
future.
about a couple of months ago. I
Hey, Caleb.
went to your
Hey,
channel
thank you,
just
man.
to watch that video, and your mic quality then, opposed to what it is now,
Thank you,
is
Caleb.
just, it's night and day, man. So
Caleb,
yeah, you've come a long way,
Heffright.
Cooks. You've come a long way, man.
Hey, Taco
Yeah,
Killer,
proud of you, bud.
Matt.
Appreciate it.
Super proud of you, man. Yeah.
Hey, do you remember you guys telling you guys about the streamer troll thing, the YouTube short that I made, and I told you Taco Killer. His name's Matt. He's the one that did the stupid sound alert. He's in my chat right now. he's like something MFer. But thanks to Taco Killer, dudes, I don't think I've ever produced a video like that. The stupid YouTube short. It's almost 500,000 views now. It's ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
And it's almost.
Holy cow.
I'm gonna be honest. It gave me a lot of subs from that too, and I'm really thankful that it did. But I'm also pissed off. Does that make sense? Because you spend all this time and effort onto a 25-minute video. It's not uncommon for me to spend 12 hours editing that fucking thing, and then the YouTube short, I spent maybe 30 minutes editing that, maybe 15. For a
Crazy,
YouTube
right?
short that is 1 minute long and almost 500,000 views in 1 month. I mean, go fuck yourself, YouTube. It pisses me off, man. It does. It's almost insulting. But I do have Matt to thank for that because he's the one that helped me with that. Even
The
though he scared that
algorithm,
shit
man,
out of
can
me.
be a not so nice thing sometimes. Like the algorithm can be for you or against you, and when it's against you, it's against you, man. It's just, man, I just really don't like the YouTube algorithm the way it works sometimes, man. I just really don't.
I agree, and sometimes I'm still baffled. I'll see a video or a YouTube short that makes no sense to me, zero sense. It's to me, maybe I'm getting older. I don't know. It's stupid as f.
Yeah.
And yet it's got 1.2 million views. It's like I don't get YouTube, man.
Yeah.
You guys are weird.
I think it has a lot to do with this generation, and what they're accustomed
Doug,
to, what their
I need to
mind
get
is
that science
accustomed
down,
to.
Doug.
Maybe.
Attention span.
Yeah,
how
the
you do
attention
that, man.
span. Yeah.
'Cause I'll tell you right now, my kid's attention span.
But Doug, you're probably
is
right
as short
though.
as a fucking.
It does.
It's short. So
it probably
I
does
think of
better,
anything.
right? When you do that, right, Doug?
I'm just, because my attention span is too short. No. But
Taco
no,
Killer.
I mean, a lot of kids nowadays just have short attention spans, and those YouTube shorts, they can get,
I know, guys.
They can get that in and just shoot.
I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, as cheesy and tacky as that shit is, I do find myself scrolling up. Even on a PC, I'll watch a YouTube short and I'm like, and then next thing you know, I scroll down. Scroll down, goes to the next short, and the next thing you know, I'm watching some girl do, making like crochet, like knitting or something, and then some guy mowing a yard for free, and then some guy stealing a car.
It recommends
And
that
then-
to you too.
Yes, and because
I love watching that guy.
yeah, it's like ASMR or something. It's visually pleasing. And you guys may have seen it in chat, right? The guy that mows yards for free. And
Tom,
it's
the lawnmower guy.
brilliant because he gets content out of
Yeah.
it, and he busts his ass when he does it, and he makes it look really cool because he fast forward through all the boring shit, And so
And
it
he
makes-
uses that walk behind, man, to mow all the over
Yeah.
your hip high grass, man. And he
Mhm.
uses a walk
Mhm.
behind, a weed eater, and a push mower. That's all he uses, and it's
sets up his
Tom the
camera.
lawnmower guy. I think is his name, something like that.
And he doesn't have to really, he can come back and post edit. He could talk about what he's doing, right? And so
Yeah,
that part's
yeah.
easy. He doesn't have to huff and puff over a microphone. So that's part's great. But
Yeah.
then I scroll down, then I'm on Rick and Morty, it never ends.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I spent 30 minutes. I'm like, no, YouTube got me. I'm addicted.
Yeah. Oh man, I get so lost in the YouTube shorts because I can Like at night time's my downtime.
Yeah, I know,
When
right,
everybody
Jed?
goes to bed, I'm done with work for the day. I'm done
ASMR,
doing my
man.
videos. I'll go outside, sit on my porch, smoke a cigarette,
Hey,
and I'll
Hartley.
get my phone and I'll sit there and watch YouTube Shorts. And before I know it, man, 45
Maybe
minutes to an hour
Limitless
has
him. I'm
went
not sure what his
by.
name is.
And it's so quick. And I just,
I know,
Shorts
right,
are so
Doug?
addictive, man. They're so addictive because they're,
Those are addictive, right, Doug?
that's like, you know, going back to keeping things short and sweet. That's what it's about, man. That's the attention span of today's generation. Is, you know, you've got to get their attention quick in the beginning of your videos, man, or you're not gonna have their attention at all.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
I'm gonna
agreed.
I gotta take my kids and get ice cream, and I gotta come
Yeah,
back and
man.
do this video.
We'll wrap
and,
this up.
But Benzo, I want to thank you for, you know, coming to the show and hanging out with us
Yeah,
again.
absolutely.
And being
Absolutely.
and I think I can speak for everybody in here, but being a huge part of who we are.
Yep.
And what we do. And I know if it weren't for you, man, I just, because there was no other tutorials around on YouTube when I started modding, and when I found you, it was a godsend, man, because I had no clue what I was doing. So I think, you know, I think with you being a big part of this community, man, it says a lot about the rest of us. And we're glad to have you part of this community, man, and for all of us to be friends and you know, all be on good terms and know each other personally. It's just we all have a really fun time around here, and you're always welcome to come back to the show.
Oh, absolutely.
Anytime you want, man. Anytime you want. You're always welcome to come here. And guys, don't forget,
hey,
Benzo's link down below at the top of my description is a special guest, but he's also in my YouTube brothers all the time, guys. Every upload I make, every live stream when I go live, he's down there. He's down there. Jeffrey's down there. Cookies is down there. Go show these guys some love. Check them out. And I want to thank everybody for tuning to the show tonight. You guys have been amazing. Thank y'all for going over and showing Cookies some love for my stream, Benzo's and Jeffrey's. And yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Meet the Gamers. And next weekend, guys, we got another special guest coming on. I don't know if I'm supposed to say who it is, but I don't think I will.
You can. It's not set in stone, but it's 90% there.
Say goodbye.
But I can say who it is.
You could say who it is, yes.
Goodbye,
So
Mike.
next weekend, not set in stone
Not
yet,
good
so
at
don't
that,
hold me
Jed.
to it. But we're supposed to be having Jeff Favanano on Meet the Gamers, which is going to be an awesome episode. And so can't wait to have him on and get to know him. And it's he gave Jeff Favanano gave Jeffrey a huge shout out a few days ago, and Jeffrey's went up like 3,000 subscribers in just 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, I didn't know how to. I almost felt.
I mean, as soon as I watched his video and seen your shout out, dude, I screenshotted it.
Yeah,
and I was like, dude, he shouted you out, and it was just. And Jeffrey deserves it, man, because he works hard. He's creative, you know. I don't want to keep dragging it out, but Jeffrey's a very creative person. I tell him all the time how creative he is at this work, and you know, we all here do equal amount of work, and this job, guys, this type of business takes a lot of time out of our personal lives. And but again, another episode of Meet the Gamers down, and I'm dragging it on like Benzo said not to do because I'm going to lose people's attention. So love you guys, man. Y'all have an amazing night.
I really appreciate it.
I will see you all sometime this week on a live stream or a video. And Benzo, again, thank you.
You're welcome, man. I'll be glad to be back on anytime you guys want.
And ladies and gentlemen, y'all have an amazing week, and I will see you all first thing tomorrow morning with some fresh content.
Take care,
and possibly
chat.
a live stream tomorrow night. Guys and girls, have an amazing night.
Around,
Peace out.
Later, everybody.
See you later, guys. Okay, we're gonna flip over here, guys.
All right, we are clear.
Nice guy.
All right, 1 sec here, guys. Okay, we're gonna switch over to something different, just so you guys are able to see. 1 second here, guys. We're gonna go to a BRB screen for about well, actually, we don't need to do that. We'll be okay. All right, 1 second here, guys. Flip back over to this. We'll put my lovely face back on there in just a second. And then we'll talk and hang out here for a second. But yeah, here we go. All right. So now I can talk to you guys one-on-one. I'll show my face in just a second here. We'll turn this into a little Q&A a little bit. That way we can kind of talk one-on-one. And I do apologize. We didn't get a chance to talk about some of you guys' questions. I really wanted to bring in you guys' questions, but we will kind of do that now if you guys want. So we will talk about that. Trichian, yeah, I'm going to talk about Trichian in just a moment. He's going to be helping me behind the scenes eventually. There's no pressure on that, of course. So give me about, can you guys give me maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds? And then we will go here. You want to see my new desktop wallpaper? Check that out. Have Sean to thank for that socials if he's on the chat. He turned me on to that. It's a Steam, what is it called? Steam engine? No, I'm sorry, wallpaper engine. That is badass, right? It responds to my voice. You can put it to music. So cool. So cool. But yeah, we'll check that out here in just a second. That is really awesome. Change the colors, of course. How responsive this is. Sean. Yeah, I was just giving you credit, Sean. Come on, what are you talking about? Just giving you credit, man. Sean showed me that. I was like, what the fuck? I got to look at that. Really cool. Yeah. I did you there, Matthew Coleman. Cool. This is wallpaper engine. You can get it through Steam. It's something like $4. Well worth it. And so give me about 30 seconds. I'm going to do a quick bio and we're going to come back and talk, okay? All right, one sec, guys. One sec. All right, guys. Here we go. Like pause for a sec. Here's my live stream special guest right here. That's Skipper. Say hi, Skippy. Say hi. He had a 13-year-old birthday. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. My name's Skipper. Why do people's voices go up when they talk to dogs? Hey, everybody. I'm gonna let him go. He wants to get down to see his mom. One sec. Okay, give me one sec. Sorry. Okay. All right, we're back. We are back. Okay, here we go. Okay. So let's talk about this. Let me kind of scroll up a little bit, see what you guys are talking about. No, I will not take my clothes off, Jed. Okay. Just kidding. Let's see this channel in your Discord, Harley. Let's see. I'm trying to read on most of the stuff here. Yeah, City Skylines. If Doug's still in the chat, I really want to get into City Skylines again. It's a lot. That's a fun game. And then Jed wanted me to say goodbye in a British accent. Goodbye, mate. I don't really know how to do that. Are you mental, Jed? Okay. Jed always follows up with the yeehaw. Limitless Sam, how you doing? Mike B. Thank you, man. Mike B's always supporting. Let's kind of go down here a little bit. Yeah, Jeff Fabiano is the master of, you know, LSPDFR. He doesn't do a lot of tutorials anymore. He did some really early on, really early, years ago. He doesn't do it anymore. But yeah, he's kind of mastered most of that. So it's kind of cool that Jeff actually asked me to help him out with a few things. He already knows how to do this stuff, guys. But you have to remember, it's just like with anything. If you don't use it, you lose it, right? So it's not that he lost it. It's just that he needed to be caught up with all the mods. You know, he was really honest with me. He's like, I need to know what's, you know, what is in, you know, what works, what doesn't work. And the reason why he mostly got out of LSPDFR, I'm going to be honest with you, is because Bajojo was updating his mods about twice a week, 3 days a week. And he had to constantly update that. And I know Jeff's pain. You get into the game, you just want to record, you want to do content, but yet you can't because Bajojo forces you to update. So then he has to close it out and then figure shit out. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let me see what else people are talking about. Yeah, thank you, Brett. How about the wallpaper? Yeah, Sean's the one that got me into that one. What's going on, Matt? Taco Killer, you still here? Hey, Taco. You were in my YouTube short. It's, if you look at, hey, Taco, are you still here? Let me see. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Hey, Taco, look up the 5M short. When friends cut loose on a 5M server, check that out. I don't know why. I don't want to give Taco a big head here, but Taco's got that really fun voice for live streaming. I don't know why he's, I mean, he looks ugly as hell. I'm just totally kidding, Matt. But he does have that really easy voice to listen to when you're live streaming. It's a fun voice. So he was in that. That was Matt, Taco Killer. Not as ugly as you are. Come on, man. You know I'm joking. Yeah, Matt. Where are you, man? You never get on here. Oh, you're good there, Cove. Hey, Cove. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Cove has been around. Hey, Cove, I saw a live stream, man. You were in there 6 years ago. Jeez. Let's see. Anybody else got some good questions here? Let's see. The Collective Gathering. How you doing? What's going on there, Echo? Echo's been working on some good stuff behind the scenes. Guys, if you want to visit the Discord channel, just type in exclamation point Discord. Go to WIP. It's work in progress. And you get to see some really cool stuff that Echo is working on. It's really good. It's a lot of new stuff that we haven't seen before. And if you don't know who Echo is, most of you guys may have used the clipboard mod, the notepad mod. You know, it may be a simple one. Man, I love that thing. That's a good one. Hey, is that Faya? Is that like our Faya? The Faya? Oh man, Faya. He's the oh god, he's got a lot of really good content. Check out Faya, man. There's Faya. I still use his seatbelt mod. And it's an older version, you know, with the icon that I put above the minimap. And you can customize those kind of things. But I love that thing. I get so many questions asked about that seatbelt mod. He's put out some really, really good mods. Yeah, Faye does some really good work. And when he releases mods, it's like he'll do one and then he'll release another one that's just as good, if not better, by the end of the week, you know. Oh, okay, the icon is coming back in. Yeah, a lot of people ask about that icon. Hey, Timmy Luke, good to see you. Oh yeah, Busted was so fun. We're gonna do that again. If you guys are down, I know Tarichian's down for sure. If he's still in chat. Tarichian, he loves 5M Busted. If you guys want to do that, all you have to have is 5M installed. And 5M is simple to install. It just needs to find your main game directory. That's it. Super easy to install. You can install it in under 10 seconds. And then I will announce when we go live with 5M Busted. And then we just get everybody in there, everybody that's in chat. You know what I mean? And then we have fun. It rotates who the robber is, if you will. And the main goal is to pin his ass down for about 5 seconds, 5 or 8 seconds. And if you can accomplish that, lock them down, then you win, you know. You get points. The cool thing is a lot of people don't know about it is that the more points you get, the more upgrades you can get. It's kind of cool. Hey, it's Za, is that how you pronounce that? XA? Echo pays you tons, Jed. Let's see, Benzo, I still remember when you were police with me and you got your ass stuck in a tree. I know, Treachin. That's the funny thing about 5M Busted. You don't run out of content, you know, on that. It's a lot of fun to play that. And you end up just laughing your ass off because the point is just to have fun, you know. So if you guys have not played 5M Busted, you're in for a treat. But we will do that soon. Limitless Sam. No, I didn't get a chance to check that. Was it a shout out, Limitless Sam? I think I've seen that. Okay, Sean, thank you, man, for attending. I don't know how Sean does that at socials. He eats once a day, guys. What the hell, man? I don't know how he eats once a day. Once, just once. I don't know how you do that. Yeah, that's good to know. They're treating. Oh yeah, the grammar police. Yeah, I didn't want to, you know, the grammar police tutorials. I didn't want to make that way too long. Oh my gosh, that tutorial could have been really, really long. So I had to trim it a lot because, like I was saying earlier, in Meet the Gamers, it is true that if the tutorial's way too long, people are not going to watch anyway. So I've kind of learned to timestamp things, you know, as much as possible. You eat once a day, Matt? How do y'all survive, bros? You know, I'm not a big eater, but if I don't eat 3 times a day, I get sick, nauseous. Let's see, Nick, I'm sorry. See what I asked. Yes, did you read Nick's message? He said, see what Mike asked above. Let's see, our Mike? Talking about Mike B? Hopefully one day you'll get, oh, Mrs. Benzo to make an appearance again. Yeah, maybe one day. My very first members only live stream, we had my wife on here. I need to probably dig that out again. She agreed to, you know, come back on one day. Who knows a good 5M server? Space Cowboy, what are you looking for? What kind of 5M server are you looking for? Like, what do you want it to have in there? Hey, Patrick. Here's Sparks. Sparks is Patrick on the SLRP server, guys. A captain. And Patrick, man, he puts a lot of work into the server. A lot of stuff behind the scenes you guys don't even know about. Crazy work. And then also he's a police officer in real life, trying to get into a proper department. And so he's doing some good work behind the scenes with that too. And eventually, you know, he never know, he may come to the United States and get stationed here. Yeah, it's all. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, if it's really good information, people do tend to will stick around for that. But I've kind of learned through the years to tone it down. You went through the academy though, right? He's already went through all the academy stuff, right, Patrick? But you're almost there. Like, you're getting to that point. Let's see, I'm trying to read what Treach input. Oh yeah, Treach made a good point. Those are good questions for him. Yeah, you need to get back on there, Brett. Unless you're banned or something. You're not telling me. Do age exceptions by chance, Hartley? It depends. No, I mean, I'm not going to get in trouble by saying this. Patrick already knows. If you're 15 years old and you're going to be 16 shortly, if you have really good interview skills and your application's really good and on point, you don't have to have a ton of 5M experience. Patrick, there's a lot of other ones that do the interviews. They can weed out the ones that are 15, and I'm not going to use the word mature because it's kind of overrated, but they would feel like you could bring good, you know, a good piece to dispatch, for example, then yes, it can happen. It's happened before. I had one guy that was in my live stream. He's 15 years old, and I could tell by the way he typed that he seemed genuinely interested, and just the way he carried himself. I told him, I said, you should apply, and he did get accepted. He didn't stick around very long, but he did get accepted. But they do try to stick to the 16 mark as much as possible. Jed's been a cop a long time in the UK. Thank you there. It's yeah, the actual birthday for the channel is in October, but yeah, we did hit 100K a few weeks ago. It feels nice. Really, on 5, I'll accept it. I'll get accepted. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about there, Harley. You can still apply though. I feel you, Jed. You're 2 years old. Will you be accepted? Depends on how well you carry yourself. Get you some phone books, you know, prop them up in a chair, get a good microphone. You'll be all right. Can you do dispatch without being on the server? Now you have to be kind of a part of the server, but do you mean like logged into the server? Technically, no. You can do it outside the server. A lot of dispatchers do that. Some of them, well, I don't know about the ones now, but you don't even have to have own GTA 5. Maybe not a low end PC, like a low style PC, but maybe a moderate low is perfectly fine. You don't have to have a ton of RAM and all of these kind of things. But, good spoken words, for example, I'm not doing a good job right now, but, like your grammar skills need to be on point. Your communicative skills need to be on point. You need to be able to read and speak English, these kinds of things. Yeah, Space Cowboy. Yeah, and you don't have to, and Patrick will tell you the same thing. You don't have to be every single patrol. I mean, you guys already know my schedule. sometimes I can't do every patrol. I missed the last 2 patrols, you know, at work. So the good thing about SLRP is that I won't say family oriented, but it is in a way, but it's real life oriented. People have jobs, people have real life stuff going on. And if you miss a patrol or 2, it's not the end of the world. Hey, there's CJ. Yeah, I'm trying to get Jedediah on Meet the Gamers, CJ. Yeah, you're welcome there, CJ. Thank you, man, for having me on, by the way, for Meet the Gamers. I'm trying to get Jedediah on there. I'm in his British accent. Yeah, you would just have to have access to your PC there, Carrick, Benjamin. And obviously connected, you know, to, it's mainly TeamSpeak, Carrick. That's how the dispatchers communicate with us, through TeamSpeak. What we all do, you know, except for in-game. It's a little different. Yeah, that's true, Arctic. Yeah, and there's a thing, you know, with the civilians. Okay, I'm going to put it out there right now. And Patrick's too nice to say it. But you guys know I'm honest, right? Some of the civilians, and I don't mean disrespect. Actually, I do. Just kidding. No, but I'm being honest. Some of the civilians, they take things too far with certain things, you know, like we get tired and sick and tired of this. Patrick will tell you the same thing, though he's too nice to say it, so I'll say it, is we get sick and tired of hearing the words racially profiled. Okay, we're sick of that. So don't do that. Stop that shit. Okay, don't do that. It gets old and we just don't want to hear it. But the civilian class training is there for a reason. So we do have certain rules. We want people to have fun and cut loose, but there are certain rules, and you know, we don't want you to do a priority and then in the middle of a priority, you know what I mean? Like, this is all covered in civilian class. It's nothing too complicated. It's just kind of common sense, but it's covered in civilian class. Yeah, exactly what Arctic said. And it kind of goes without saying, like, for example, if I'm on a traffic stop with somebody and the person I've got pulled over, typically that's not a scene, you know, but we'll have some civilians that like to pull over and then interject themselves into their scene. And it takes their scene away. It takes my scene away, in a way. But if it is a scene, then they can interject to a degree. But I don't know they're interjecting, so I may tell them to leave the scene. You know what I mean? So it has happened before, and the civilian that I pulled over had permission, maybe from Mark or Patrick, that it is okay for that civ to interject. You know, those kind of things. That's different. But most of the time, it's usually interjection by walking over going, hey, where's the nearest ATM? Or stupid shit like that, you know? Yeah, you got to be chill in RP. And I tell this, and Patrick will tell you this. Mark will tell you this. We have the most fun as law enforcement. You don't have to do this, but we do have the most fun when sometimes the calls are more simple. My neighbor has a TV up too loud. I know it sounds lame, but it does give us time just to take a little bit of a chill from a shooting we just had, just to have a conversation with somebody, you know, about their TV being a little too loud. I had the most fun when I was doing my rotations with Max. Some of you guys remember Max. And I was like, what drew me to the server was a little calls like that. This guy was hearing impaired. He couldn't hear very well. Got a call from the neighbor. You know, it was a hotel. His TV was up too loud. And the Civ even took the extra step and put it through voice mod to make a TV sound really, really loud. It was really good. He did a good job. It's like little things like that that we look forward to. And also, I'm going to put this out there for the civilians. we don't mind them every once in a while, but stop with the freaking silent alarms, bros. Come on. You have 250 interiors inside that server. We have a whole actual hotel in that server. Use it. Use Burger Shot. You know, it doesn't always have to be about a bank. Come on, man. Use the scenes. Use the stuff. And a good example of that is, if you want to look it up, if you're thinking about becoming a civilian on the server, look up the YouTuber. He's still a civilian on our SLRP. Look up the YouTuber Not Sense, all one word, NOTSENZ. He's got some brilliant work. He even does CCTV footage for us to look at in the game. No joke. And that happened on my first rotation with SLRP. And I was like, holy shit, man, the server is so detailed. I'm going to look at what y'all have here. 14 plus with actually good RP. I can't think of any comes to my mind. He does, Jed. And the cool thing about that, Jed, if you do it right, Jed knows how to do this. I mean, y'all should know how to do this. You can create your own CCTV footage without even being in the 5M server. You could do it through regular GTA 5 story mode, guys, and a trainer. Think about it. Just think about that. So easy. Take out the PEZ or whatever crap, you know, and then go into Rockstar Editor, make it look like the camera is above, you know, this guy's house, right? Well, that house will be in 5M. Shoot the video there, upload it to YouTube unlisted, and then send the link. You know, we open up Discord when we're playing 5M. And then you could do it that way. So you don't have to even be in the 5M server to be creative, you know what I mean? That's how you do it. And then exactly what Doug mentioned there. The cool thing, what I like about doing traffic, and Doug would agree with this, it's not scenario based typically. It's and Doug will agree with this, it's an interruption on people getting to scenes, which makes it more fun. And the more polite you are, the easier it is for us to kind of get you through the traffic stop process. The more of a dick you are, guess what? I'm going to go slower. I'm sure Doug does the same thing. Looks for other charges. You know, just saying. Being honest. It's all improv. Exactly what Doug put. It's all improv. Doug does a really good job with that. A lot better than I do. Doug knows traffic laws and shit more than I do. I only know the basic stuff. But it is fun to watch Doug doing the SLRP stuff, you know. And then also telling the civs what's legal, what's not legal. It's kind of cool. Oh yeah, that's fine, Roy. Anything to help out, Jed? Jed does a CCTV tutorial how to avoid it. Yeah, if y'all haven't checked out Doug, make sure you check him out. And Jed's been putting out some good content. All right, take care there, Matt. Hey, thanks, Matt. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for that member, man. Always supporting. Yeah, Sergeant Speedy. Damn, 35 cards, Jed. Damn. Not necessarily strict on attendance. Space Cowboys. Space Cowboys. Not so much strict on attendance. I mean, if you go, you know, AWOL for a month, yeah, they do, especially if you're an LEO. You know, Civ, it's not as bad, but LEO, yeah. Unless you know, as long as you're communicating, you know, if you're sick, if you're out of town, you know, like me and Doug, Sometimes we don't get a chance to get on very much. And so we will let people know, you know, through COC, which is chain of command, through our Discord. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes with the SLRP Discord. Tons of work that goes on behind the scenes to make it more fluid, you know. Oh yeah, Space Cowboy. Yeah, it would probably be hard to be LEO like that if it's all the time or a month at a time. But I tell you, you could still apply for, you know, FD or even backup dispatch or civilian, obviously civilian. And then just let them know you may be LOA for a month, you know. Should be good. How you doing, the Mexican? So how did you like the crazy with? Oh God, Mexican. Mexican lives probably no more than 20 miles from me. We had a lot of ice storms last week, guys, and in Texas, it may not be a big deal to people like Mike B, people that live up north. But Texas, man, we shut down, and then Mexican, he'll tell you the same thing. He probably noticed the same thing. Our sand trucks, man, they are way behind the scenes. They didn't lay out sand, did they, Mexican? Well, they did, but they were late. But when I mean ice, I mean, I'm talking at least 3 to 4 inches of pure ice. And your car sliding or jackknifed 18-wheelers, highway shut down. Crazy. They were way late, weren't they, Mexican? Usually, and Mexican can vouch for this. Like I said, he lives right near me. We usually had the, I don't know what they would call those, not NCTA, it's because it's not a part of the tollway system, but they would come out and the threat of ice, they would start laying out, you know, sand like way ahead of time. This time, no, they let about a day or two pass. Stupid, man. Hey, Speedy, you're a firefighter? That's cool, man. What was that, Treachin? Oh, Pasadena. All right. Anybody have any questions or? I see you. Treachin. What is the next thing you plan on doing with subscribers? Like Game Boss? I still want to do Ready or Not. That's something I want to do. I might have to play a little bit. I want to get familiar with it. But that is one thing I want to do. There's a lot of stuff that is not even police related. I think we'd all have fun with. There's some websites out there that we can get some people together and maybe switch them out time to time. Like you can start drawing something and then people guess what you're drawing. You know what I mean? It's like little fun things like that. I think it'd be kind of cool. Be funny as hell. For people to try to guess what you're drawing. That'd be kind of fun. There's another one too, like a pinball type thing. Everybody has a ball and they're trying to get into the hole type of thing, you know. That did not sound good at all.
That's what she said.
Sorry. My apologies. Hitman. I played a little bit of Hitman. I have not played the newer ones. Let's see what else is talking about here. Hey, Dan Manuel. Do a Jack's. Oh yeah, Jackbox party one time. We did that one time. I think it was me and Sean and Matt. We did do that one time. We're trying to figure it out. There's a little bit of a lag, you know, because I was trying to, I think Matt was pulling up the questions and I had to watch his stream and there's like a 5-second lag. So it was a little unfair. I had to figure that out. Maybe we'll figure it out, you know. Next round of Corona. Yeah, Mexican. We'll get together one day, man. Rona. Yeah, but the Jackbox party was pretty cool. We did that one time. It wasn't with all the viewers though. I kind of wish that we had pulled more people in there. Thank you there, Big Jess. Jed, I knew you'd do that. Yeah, you just share COVID now, you know. Jed, that's called good job security for me in the medical field, okay? Don't take away my job security. That'd be like if everybody just obeyed the law for you, Jed. They just listen to me. Don't speed. Don't break down on the highway. Don't drink and drive. Then Jed would be like twiddling his thumbs going, man, why is everybody that? Quit breaking the law. Yeah, Arma. I think squad would be kind of cool. Jed. Oh, that's so funny. Jed, you know that comment, like when you make comments like that, or anybody makes a comment like that, the moderators have to approve that. It's so silly. Half the stuff that you guys are typing, the moderators have to approve some of the stuff, you know. Yeah, we do, Jed. It had nothing wrong with it except something about committing crimes or stupid thing like that. Yeah, YouTube is bad about that. What's up there, Manuel? What is your wife working now? She's a regional manager. I can't say like where, but she's enjoying it. She does a little bit of travel. But yeah, she's doing good. Yep, Jasmine. She's enjoying it. She's worked really, really hard to get to that level because she started off, you know, being a sales associate. She's changed jobs, you know, but like a sales associate, like at retail stores and stuff like that, working her way to assistant manager and then manager and then staying there for a really long time. Then eventually district manager, then regional manager. Takes a long time. And she's been doing that kind of work for a long time. Would you put Manuel? No, I didn't see that, Manuel. You may have to fill me in. You're trying really hard. I'm trying to hint so hard. Oh. Hold on. Sorry, Manuel. There we go. There you go. That poor Manuel. He got his account hacked and he keeps reminding me, you know, hey, because he has a moderator for like 2 years. And he lost his account, got it back, and it's a big mess. I told him I was gonna, yeah, get him back his mod, you know, I just completely forgot. No problem there, Manuel. Sorry it took me so long. I'm a slow today, Manuel. Hey, thank you there, Limitless Sam. 3 years from retiring, Jed? Man, I wish I could say that. I got a while. Hey, Jed, you've been coming to the streams for a long time. Next in line, I've got an idea who's going to be. You guys know I picked the moderators based on longevity and all this other stuff. But yeah, I have at least one, maybe two that we're looking at. So yeah, we'll be adding at least one more mod for sure soon, really soon. And row it. Are you there, Mexican? Hey man, how's it feel to be retired? I'm not sure if I could. I don't know what it'd feel like to be retired. I feel pretty nice. I'd get bored though. Like, if I was retired from my medical job, I'd be doing this. But if I retired from this, what would I do? Annoy the hell out of my wife. That's what I'd be doing. Oh, goodness. Yeah, Rose put in a lot of work. Benzo Boomer. Yeah, I'm not quite there, but did you Mexican? Oh man, that sucks. Hopefully it's like a minor injury. Like hopefully it's not your right hand or something. I'm just saying. Sorry. Sorry about that.
How dare you?
I apologize. Saying. Get to make light, guys. Come on. Can't go through life being serious all the time. Ah, you broke your back, bro. My God. That's no joke. I've got all kinds of back issues, neck issues. Like right now, it's not as bad. Shouldn't even be talking about it because it'll probably give me issues later. But I did a CT scan. It's probably about a year ago. You name it. Disc degeneration, spinal stenosis, bulging disc. I know I'm probably gonna have to have surgery, but can't afford it right now. Back pain is no joke. I never had back pain, really, for the most part, like constant back pain, until just last year around February. Yeah. Now it's every day of my life. Let's see, how do you feel about flight simulators like Microsoft Flight Sim? Teresa, it sounds really interesting, but when I see people like Jeff Aviano and how complicated that shit looks, oh man, I don't know if I could do that. It's too complicated. You thought EMTs would have health insurance? I mean, I don't have health insurance, nah. But do I get seen for free? Do I get medications for free? Yeah. So yes. It's all about who you know. Pop into the ER. I know all the doctors work there. Hey doc, can you give me a shot of Toradol? It's not a narcotic. And then they're like, yeah, come over here. Pop you in the hip with the Toradol and shot, you know, things like that. That's how I survive. Was that Jasmine? Did I read your message? When are you EMS and firefighter in the game? Oh, you mean like EMS? I need to do that soon because I want to bring in some extra content to the channel. I think it'd be nice when I'm not doing LEO, maybe at least once a week, once every 2 weeks to do EMS. That'd be kind of cool. Why don't I get health insurance? Because it's expensive, man, to be honest. I mean, you're talking $500-800 a month. Easy. You know, here. It is crazy. I mean, like if I was to try to get health insurance with my wife and my kids and stuff, it would be over $1,200 a month, $1,500 a month, man. And some people would argue, well, you never know when you're going to need it. That is true. But like I said, I work for urgent care clinics too. And a lot of times they see my family for free. So I don't really watch soccer preaching. And socialized medicine. You never know, Jed. May come here soon. Well, it's mandatory here too, Hartley, for health insurance. Technically, it is mandatory. It's the Obamacare crap, you know. But really, they don't really follow through too much with making people pay money if you don't have it, type of thing, you know. Yeah, I just don't get into the soccer thing there, Treachin. At the World Cup. I mean, it looks excited, but I'm just more into football, you know. Kids aren't free in the US. Hell to the nah, man. I mean, we do have a healthcare system set up to where if you don't make enough money, then we have a lot of programs. Don't get me wrong. It's just the problem that we have in the United States is that they make premiums so high for insurance that the people that are, say, like in the middle, they fall into the donut hole. And what I mean by that is that you make too much money to be able to qualify for financial aid, but you make too less money to qualify for paying all your premiums, because then you have other bills added up. So you fall into this nice donut hole. Now the donut hole for the United States could be as little as, say, $40,000 a year up to $80,000. You know, that's a donut hole. And then they expect you to pay $1,200 a month. Multiply that by 12. $12,000 a year in premiums. Yeah, football, Jed. Yeah, you mean this kind of football here, right? Football. Benzo sponsored Madden tournament. Yeah, Tree Chin. It's kind of like NASCAR too, right? I mean, Jeff makes it look fun. Jeff Fabiano makes it look fun, but in reality, NASCAR could be very boring. You know, I like NASCAR. It's just kind of, you're making a left-hand turn. Okay, let's be honest. You're making a left-hand turn and you're trying to obviously navigate around people, and you're either, depending on where you're on the track, you know, if you're on the, you know, the upper end or the lower end will help you, you know, get past other vehicles. But it's still a left-hand turn. Come on. But it's like golf, right? Golf is fairly boring, yet I do enjoy playing golf. Exactly, Mexican, right? Like Ron White. I know where Mexican's going with that. Oh my God, he made a left-hand turn. Oh, another left-hand turn. right, Mexican. Y'all know who Ron White is. Was that the collective gathering? What is the police department based on, like LA, Texas? You mean ours? The collective gathering. What do you mean by that question? Let's see here. What is the police department's based on, like LA, Texas, or etc.? What were you? I'm sorry. What was that question? I'm not really understanding the question, I guess. You mean like in our server, or? Yeah, the Ron White. He's crazy, man. Yeah, you're about socialized medicine. Yeah, you kind of never know about if that would really take off here in the United States. I mean, I see pros and cons to both sides. I really do. Yeah, I mean, obviously the con would be that everybody can get coverage, right? But then you have, say, a 20-year-old, 21, 22, 23, perfectly healthy, 100% healthy. No, not one single sickness. They're never sick at all, ever. But yet they're paying for people that are ill all the time. You know what I mean? So it's all taxes, you know. But then again, it boils down to, like, my kids are out of school, but yet I'm still paying school taxes for where I live. You know, property taxes, school taxes. I don't have kids in school. You know. So I guess that's the same thing in a way. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what you're asking. The SLRP server is based off Fresno County, California. We use the same codes, the same liveries, things like that. It sucks. I know, Mexican, right? And Mexican, you feel me, right? Like if you don't have kids, or if your kids are, out of school, but yet you're still paying for school taxes and stuff, But it's just like road taxes, it is what it is. You got to pay for that too. Although the Mexican would agree, sometimes these taxes that we're paying, for the road system, we're not seeing a big improvement. Same potholes have been there for 4 years. in the middle of a damn highway. It sinks down by 6 inches. You're driving 70 miles an hour. When you hit that pothole, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It'll fucking ruin your car. And yet we're paying taxes to fix that. And yet they never fix it. Oh, man, Mexican. Yep, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yep, sorry to hear that, my bro. Yeah, I feel you, Mexican. Let's see, was that Trichian? Yeah, we'll do that, Trichian. We could turn it into at least maybe 1 or 2 things we can do with all the viewers, you know. Be fun. Yeah, I feel you, Mexican. Yeah, we have a lot in common, Mexican. I just don't talk about things like that. There's a lot of things I don't share with people, you know, in chat. But yeah, there's a lot in common we have there. All right, boys. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, no, Mexican. That's not a great place to talk about diseases and ailments and death. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I want to make sure I get to most people's comments. Oh, thank you there, Limitless Sam. I've had this this beard for 18 years, something like that. Bino. I said that. They call me Bino. I'd rather be called Bozo than Bino. All right, take care there, Jed. Thank you, man, for popping in. I know it's late where you are. Yeah, Mexican. We got a lot in common. Besides living near each other. He's a Texan. We got a lot in common. All right, my fellow bros, we're gonna head on out of here. Oh man, we get all kinds of stuff. I've been called Bozo. Benos is probably one of my favorites. Benos. Benos. Hey, the Bizarre Vlogs. Opening your. Take care there, Hartley. Thank you guys for attending. It really does mean a lot that we flooded the chat here, guys. It was awesome. I really do apologize that I was missing a lot of y'all's guys' questions during the live stream. I wanted to get to that, but sometimes, you know, it's hard to work that into a session like that. So I may have missed some of your questions, or I'm sure I did. I know, Mexican. You should change your name, man. Is it? I think I remembered when I first met you as Raul Val, right? Yeah, Raul Val, I do believe is Raul, something like that. That's so much easier to say, you know, than saying Mexican. Half the people that watch this later, they don't see the live chat going across the screen. They do now, but if this was off, they'd say, "Man, Benzo's like racist. He keeps calling his viewers Mexican." It's like, damn it, man. At least put the in front of it, okay? Jeez. Oh, man. You should hear me try to speak Spanish, Mexican, when I get patients come in. Like little simple things, you know. Like I have to have a patient, like if the patient's there and I'm triaging them, you know, I have to have them, you know, pee in a cup. And some of them don't speak a lick of English. So it's like, harina la copa, you know, it's hard to get that through to the patients. And my accent's not the greatest. So it just comes out, you know, really odd. They look at you like you're a foreign alien or something. He wants me to pee where? Let's see. By the way, how is Texas? Your parents like they hate Texans? Why would they hate us, man? Mexican would tell you the same thing, and we're not spouting shit. We're the most friendliest people, right, Mexican? We have the most highest hospitality rate in Texas. If your car breaks down, if you are a worker, construction worker, you drop plywood on the ground, you'll have 3 or 4 Texans come by and offer to help you. Because your grandfather got drafted in Texas? Okay. Yes, but I wouldn't hold a grudge on the whole state. You know, every state has its bad apples. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, every state does. Exactly. See, right, Mexican? And I mean, we help people all the time. People love, to help each other. If there's a time of need, people really do come out of the woodworks, to help people in Texas. People get lost, people get stranded. You'll see people all the time trying to help them out. Whereas, no offense, but New York, you'll have people walk over effing dead bodies, okay, in the subway. They don't have time for that. A guy's having cardiac arrest, they'll just walk over him. Texas, nah. You'll have 10 people there trying to render fucking aid. No joke. LA is just as bad, I'm sure. Now, I'm sure there's some really great people in LA. But it's so hustle and bustle, man. People just step over each other. All my exes live in Texas. Which is true, actually. Right, let me just say. That's true, DK. Yeah, that is true. I'm talking more New York City. New York City. Yeah, thank you, Mike B. Mike B was in Texas. Yeah, different parts. Obviously, you guys gonna know. I mean, New York State. I'm talking more city, I agree with you, DK. I've been to New York City. And I'm sure there's great people in every state. But when you see the majority act a certain way, it's like, Chicago police are very neighborly and friendly. Exactly right, Mexican. Get a rope. Most of you guys are too young for that. They don't know that, Mexican. New York City. Get a rope. Your parents live in Texas. Nice. What did you say, Limitless, to get banned? Let's see, DK, since 9/11. Oh yeah, DK, I can imagine. Yeah, I mean, 9/11 changed everything. It changed everything. Unfortunately, I think some of it, like Hollywood, right? I think a lot of Hollywood caves in too much due to the 9/11. The events of 9/11 should not have forced producers, or I should say the editing of the movies, right? Because it showed the Twin Towers in the background. Only because it showed it. Now, if it was like a plane crashing in, and people were, it's part of the movie, I can understand they may edit that out because of sensitive nature. But when you show the Twin Towers in the background of a movie, maybe Spider-Man is leaping from that, right? When you edit that out of the movie, that's caving. That's dumb. Shouldn't do that. It's dumb. I don't like that. It's caving. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if it was an episode of a plane, yeah, crashing in, and they had a reason to maybe not air it, you know what I mean, or maybe cut certain parts out of a scene, you know, those kind of things. I can see that. Maybe some people would be upset by that, but just to show the Twin Towers in the background of the skyline, and you're like, we can't have that there. We got to edit it out. Why? That's my question. Why would you do that? Well, why would you edit it out? I mean, that was their skyline for decades, you know. Yeah, we don't know, Limitless Sam. They accidentally banned you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Let's see. Limitless Sam, you said like it was a few years ago. Someone had my name, old name, acting up, cussing and stuff, and the mod actually banned me. Yeah, we don't have a lot of control over that. We don't know who's who, you know. Yeah, so anyway, we won't get into that too much on the live stream here. All right. Okay, I think we'll probably head on out, guys. I'm trying to look for anybody else had any. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, Trici, I saw what you put. Oh yeah, Brett. You still think of cowboys with them big hats and revolvers and stuff when thinking about Texas. Everybody does that. Brett. A lot of people, if I go and visit a different state, or really not state, I'm talking like if I'm out of state or something like a country. A lot of people think that in Texas, everybody has a horse. Everybody, you know, every single person owns a gun. Every single, you know what I mean? Which, I mean, part of that's true, but we don't, not all of us have horses. Now, did I used to have a horse? Yeah. I mean, we had a farm, we had goats, we had chickens and shit, you know, but not everybody in Texas has that kind of stuff. Not everybody in Texas drives a truck, although I do, but hey, maybe I'm not a good example. Okay. From guns, I don't have horses anymore, but trucks. Yeah. Hey, Ram out.
For some coffee, ha ha ha.
Thank you, man. Hey, thank you for the coffee tip, man. Straight through Stream Elements. That is 100% dono, by the way, guys. I really appreciate those, man. If you guys ever get a chance to donate to the channel and you're like, I really want to donate, but I'm not sure where the best place is. It's that little tip thing in the description, the Stream Elements. It's always the best. Thank you, man. 100%. Whereas YouTube likes to take their 30%. Okay, Mike B. Yeah, I will definitely look at that. Whoever sent me some messages on Discord, Trici, and I will take a look at that idea. And I will take a look at yours, Mike B. Let's see. Hey, Brett. Hey, thanks, man. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Brett. You're awesome, man. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, man. See, Crazy Emmanuel. Is it true that it is PM in New York and PM in Dallas? Yeah. I mean, it's like 8:46 p.m. in New York. Is that what you mean? Yeah, we're PM right now. All right, boys and girls, I think we're done. Hey, Holly. Good to see you back. Hey, you have a cowboy hat. Does that make you a Texan? No, you have to live here, man. And no, I only own one pair of boots, by the way. So I've never really been a boot wearing person. You know, I really haven't. So I only own one pair of boots, but the Mexican, if he owns a pair of boots, he'll tell you firsthand, if he does own a pair of boots, that you really only need one good pair. It'll last you forever. Yeah, there you go, Mexican. He knows what I'm talking about. Because in Texas, well, actually, it's not always about Texas. It's about anywhere, right? You own a good pair of boots. You don't just buy another pair of boots because the other ones, the soles wore out. No, you get them resoled, right, Mexican? My dad owned a pair of boots for like 30 years. No joke. He went through 2 different soles on the bottom of the boots. He just had them resoled. He just kept on wearing them. You know, that's what they do here in Texas. Have you ever struck oil in the backyard? No, David. No, we haven't. But we have, David, we do have a lot of shelling. We have a lot of companies that love to, you'll see them set up a station, like say a half a mile away from your house, okay? And if they frack underneath the soil and they go in, and you think it's going to go straight down, like with certain fracking, sometimes they'll go into the side. And by law, if they go in underneath your property and they strike something that's valuable underneath your property that you didn't know about, say oil, for example, right? They are required by law to not take that until they contact you and then offer you mineral rights, you know, like offer you a payment. I had a cousin of mine that got paid very handsomely, a lot of money, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, because they were underneath. I forgot what they call that. Mexican, I don't know if you know what that is called. Where they go in sideways. What's that called? It may not be called fracking. What do they call that? But yeah, it's a big thing here. And so every time I see these big stations going up, guaranteed they're not going straight down. It's going sideways. Is it fracking? Yeah, I think it's fracking. But if you own your house and you own the mineral rights to your property, then you can technically have claim over that. It may not even, you may not even know you have oil down there, you know. But yeah, it's a good thing here in Texas. Sometimes it helps. I think my wife's grandmother was the same way. She ended up making a lot of money over several years because of that reason. Yeah, fracking. It's more for natural gas, right? Maybe I'm just kind of stupid when it comes to that. But it's natural gas too, but it could be for oil too. There's another process for that. I forgot the name of it. I'm not very schooled in that. I know, and it's hard to say like which property is it under, right? Because sometimes they can go up to, I think it's a mile, something close to that. They can dig and they can go all the way like diagonal underneath people's property to get to the oil, you know. Thank you there, Shaden. He's a police officer IRL. I like your videos, and your videos are better than my job. Hey, thank you, Shaden. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I don't even pretend, you know, to know half the stuff that I do when I do that kind of stuff as being a police officer. I talk on the radio a lot, you know, being a paramedic, and I don't do the ambulance stuff as much as anymore, but since you do it for 20 years, you kind of, you don't lose that touch, you know, to talk on the radio. We don't use the same 10 codes as the police department, obviously, but you'd be surprised how handy that comes in when you're comfortable talking on the radio and then radioing over to say the control, you know, central, you know, which is, you know, say the emergency room, as to what kind of stuff you have going on. But you have to be short, sweet, straight to the point. Let them know what you have, what kind of injuries you have, you know, how much a person weighs, vital signs. Paint a good picture for the doctor so he can give you approval for the morphine. Okay, that's what I'm saying. And if you're really good about it, and you've been a medic for a long time, and the doctor knows you, it could be a standing order for morphine. No joke. Yep, there you go, Treachin. Okay, boys and girls, we're gonna head on out of here. I know I said that 4 times now, but we're really gonna do it. All right, thank you guys so much for attending. Thank you there, Mexican. Thank you for popping in, man. Keyball Tech, thank you, man. Let's see, Jazz Meats. Holly Stefanini. I never get that right. Sorry, Emmanuel. David, thank you, man, popping in. Brett, thank you, man, for being a sponsor. Brett, Mexican being a sponsor. Nick, Manuel, Mike B, Richian, Moon Demon Gaming. Thank you guys so much. Got to hit the sponsor button.
Benzo sponsor. I see you.
There we go. The Collective Gathering. Does the mother, aunt, and uncle have mineral rights given to them from their great grandfather? They receive regular checks. Yep, you're right. The Collective Gathering is correct. They will send you mineral rights, and like these oil companies will actually pay you. Usually, it's not really every month. Most of the time, sometimes it's once a year, sometimes it's once every quarter. But yeah, they will pay you. And I can't say it's accurate, but they might be accurate. I don't know. But they will pay you for years on that stuff. Let's see, Shaden. Thank you, Shaden, for your service as a police officer IRL. We really appreciate you. Tarichian, thank you, man. Tarichian's eventually, I told him don't rush on it, but he's going to work on some drone footage for me. So we could do a cool intro, right? For a stream, live stream, maybe a video. So don't rush on that, but eventually that will come from Trichian. Holly, take care. Have a good night. David, might be, take care of their legendary might be. Manuel, take care. Guys, meet. Nick, thank you for moderating, man, as usual. And I think I got everybody. Okay, guys, you have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow night. We're going to be on 5M SLRP, starting around 6:15, 6:30. And we'll see you guys then. Take care there, Hartley. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Be sure to stay tuned for that live stream, okay? All right. All right. See you later, guys. Peace. See you in the next patrol. Stay safe. All right, later, guys.
Cast me far away. Play these little games. Acting all okay. Today. Cast me far away. Play these little games.